sounding cautiously optimistic after he welcomed Ukrainian President Zelensky back to the White House in a bid to end the Russia-Ukraine conflict.
Sitting side by side in the Oval Office, the two presidents expressed hope that White House talks, which include European leaders, could lead to a future three-way meeting with Russia's Vladimir Putin.
If everything works out well today, we'll have a trilat. And I think there will be a reasonable chance of ending the war when we do that.
Donald Trump also said he supports European security guarantees for Ukraine, though he stopped short of committing U.S. troops to the effort. Greg Clugston, the White House.
A long stretch of the East Coast is seeing thundering surf and hazardous rip currents as a result of Hurricane Erin. The Cat 3 storm making its way north, well offshore. Several more Republican governors have authorized the deployment of National Guard troops to Washington.
Mississippi, Tennessee, and Louisiana are the latest states sending National Guard troops to the nation's capital. Those states' Republican governors joining their counterparts in Ohio, West Virginia, and South Carolina in backing President Trump's show of force in Washington, aimed at cracking down on crime and boosting immigration enforcement. The number of Guard troops detailed to D.C. now totals more than 1,100. About 800 troops had already been called up from the D.C. National Guard. Ben Thomas, Washington.
Some welcome news for air travelers. There is a tentative contract agreement to end the three-day strike by 10,000 Air Canada flight attendants. Canada's largest airline says that flights will resume this evening. The deal will pay workers for work that's performed while the planes are on the ground. Watching Wall Street, Dow futures up 82 points, NASDAQ futures down 55. More on these stories at townhall.com.
This is Dennis Prager for AmFed Coin and Bullion. There's something about the feel of a gold coin in your hand and the way the light reflects off its intricate details that has always captivated me. Nick Grovich, AmFed's owner, turned that same passion into his livelihood. Nick began collecting coins as a teen, and that interest grew into a nationally respected business offering only the finest quality coins at the most competitive prices. But the truth is that although Nick is a rare coin dealer, he doesn't believe in rare coins. Rare coins do not make sound investments, but they do make dealers a lot of money. See, that's part of what I respect about him. AmFed specializes in buying non-performing numismatic coins and turning them into gold or silver investments that provide liquidity and perform competitively against the market. Whether you're buying or selling, call 800-221-7694. That's 800-221-7694. AmericanFederal.com.
China and India strengthening their ties as the U.S. puts the economic squeeze on India for helping to fund Putin's war machine by buying Russian oil.
On his final day in Delhi, Mr. Wang will meet the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who is expected to travel to China later this month, his first visit there in 7 years. The Chinese Foreign Ministry statement after the meeting of the two foreign ministers said Beijing was ready to uphold the principle of cordiality and mutual benefit with India. While bilateral relations between Delhi and Beijing show distinct signs of a thaw, the jury is still out on whether President Trump's swinging tariffs on India are playing a role in nudging the two giant rivals in Asia closer to each other.
That's the BBC's Sanjay Dasgupta. Commuter train stalled on a flooded railway track in Mumbai. It's monsoon season again in India's financial and entertainment capital. News and analysis, townhall.com. Blue states continue paying an economic price for policies that punish the wealthy.
You tax the rich and you lose the rich.
Jonathan Williams with the American Legislative Exchange Council, or ALEX, says it's a simple formula that's been proven time and again. Just looking at his group's own Rich States, Poor States annual survey.
Millionaires' taxes drive out the wealthy, drive out small businesses, and those states at the end of the day are left with less revenue, not more.
Case in point, California has lost another major corporation. In-N-Out Burger says it will move its headquarters out of California to tax-friendly Tennessee. Bob Agnew reporting.
The Missouri Attorney General is resigning to take a leadership post with the FBI. Republican Attorney General Andrew Bailey says he's leaving effective September 8th. He'll serve as co-deputy director of the FBI. He's been an ardent supporter of President Trump. More on these stories, townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here? I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The demolition, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning, one and all. Welcome to Mornings with Mike Winters. I am he. That would be me, Mike Winters. Happy Tuesday.
Yeah, welcome to it.
It is. Feels like it should be later than Tuesday.
Yeah.
But then again, it doesn't.
Yesterday was a long day. I got to get into like a gastroenterologist or something because I had one thing to eat for lunch yesterday. It destroyed the rest of my day. Like I was just I was acid. Like I took famotidine. I was chewing Tums like candy.
Do you take like a Prilosec?
I usually do famotidine, and it usually does the trick. But yesterday especially, I was just done after work and everything.
Like I've had the best success with Prilosec when I take it. Like because that's when you take a daily deal, and then I do that, and I don't have an issue. But if I forget for like 2 days,
that's the problem with me. I don't remember stuff.
That's when it smacks me.
That's why I was never able to successfully take antibiotics as a youngster because I just forget.
Yeah, well, maybe these are your body saying, I should learn to take a daily pill.
Probably start.
So, needless to say, you're not be judging the chili cook-off later today.
I will not be, no. No, I will be visually judging it.
Yeah.
And all of the chili cookers therein. Looking at you in judgment.
Around here, you say that, and they're like, what do you mean? I'm talking chili cook-off like Texas chili with the I at the end. That kind. Beans or no beans fight.
If there's no beans in it, it's hot dog sauce or chili dog sauce.
I completely agree.
Chili needs beans.
Yes.
And crushed up crackers.
I call that manwich.
Yeah, right? I would concur with you on that one.
That being said, I'll pour all over my hot dogs. I'll still eat it 10 ways to Sunday, but I ain't calling it chili.
I've probably had differing opinions about this over the years, so before you call me on my hypocrisy, I'm just going to let you know, my opinions change from time to time, but I am of the mindset that, yes, chili needs beans.
Well, I've flip-flopped on a lot of things, but chili always has beans.
You don't flip-flop on chili.
I don't flip-flop on beans. Beans. I got your back, Beans. Who's Beans? Oh, Beans. Just Beans.
My friend, my buddy Beans. Always have his back.
Well, now that I think about it, everybody I know with Bean in their nickname, generally an all right dude.
And generally pretty big, too.
Yes. So I'm just saying.
Jelly bean, butter bean.
Yeah.
Mean Bean Okerson.
The only one who did me dirty was Jim. That's Beam. I'm just... Go with the joke. Although I saw the Moneyball, that Billy Bean. I don't know if I want to be friends with him. I mean, he seems intense. But, he sure knew how to, turn the Oakland A's into something.
Speaking of random movies, I watched a list last night of sequels that you had no idea are on the way. And there's a couple of them that I'm like, how? Case in point.
All right.
I Am Legend 2.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought I Am Legend was a big stink fest.
Well,
like
it made a decent amount of money.
Oh, did it make
at the
money?
time.
I thought everyone panned it, and it was just a.
But Will Smith died in the end. Spoiler alert. He runs into the gigantic explosion of zombies and essentially sacrifices himself to make it work, to make the bomb go off or whatever.
Maybe
what?
Maybe it's a prequel.
Oh, and they're making this is the one that I'm like, all right, they're making a sequel to The Passion of the Christ.
Spoiler alert on that one.
Apparently, this one is called The Resurrection of the Christ, so it's him coming back.
Okay, so is this like the part of the Bible after he has risen?
Okay, so in the story, the stone is rolled away. He's risen for 3 days, and I think he's on Earth for 44 days or something like that before the ascension.
Right.
So I guess that's what this portion of the movie is based on. There's not a lot of violence, not a lot of action in that part of the movie, though. So I'm curious how all that's going to work out.
Is it all going to be in Aramaic and everything?
I think so.
Wow.
And Jim Caviezel's reprising his role. 20 years after the fact, they're going to use de-aging technology on Jim Caviezel to make him look like young Jesus.
All right.
Or at the time of death Jesus, I guess. Wow. But I'm like,
in all fairness to the first
necessary?
movie, most of his role in the first movie, he didn't look like himself anyway. He was all beat
up. But
yeah.
He's also 20 years older. I mean, so.
I know, but all I'm saying is, I think we could put, I haven't seen Jim Caviezel in a minute, but I don't remember him looking that different.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know.
The other one that they talked about, and this is kind of what reminded me of it when you were talking about Moneyball, is they're going to make a continuing adventures of the character from the movie. It was a Tarantino movie. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Okay. Oh, I've heard something about that. Yeah.
But Tarantino's not involved.
Huh.
They're taking the character from the movie and they're doing a continuing adventure saga thing with
Brad
Tarantino
Pitt
not involved.
Gonna be?
Yeah, he's supposed to be reprising his role in cameo form.
Oh, okay. So it's not about the Brad Pitt character.
It's about the stunt double character.
Oh, okay. It's been a minute since I've seen that movie.
I know, same. I have to go back. I need to go back and watch Once Upon a Time in Hollywood again.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So I'm like, I don't know. I understand that, and I feel like we've come to the bottom of the barrel of sequel-worthy movies.
And I just realized something last night. They're doing it in TV too.
Are they?
Yeah, this is a show it's been on 100 years. I've never watched an episode, but I know it exists. The Blue Bloods.
Oh yeah.
Well, they retired Blue Bloods this last season. But in essence, they've got Blue Bloods 2 Electric Boogaloo because starting this fall, Donnie Wahlberg reprises his character on Blue Bloods to play Boston Blue.
Boston Blue.
And so he's going to be there in Boston being a detective.
And that's a common trope in TV is if you want to do a sequel series or a spin-off series, just move to a different town. Suits did it with Suits LA, but I've talked to a lot of people that were fans of the original Suits.
Yeah.
They say it's terrible.
Is it?
The new one. I've
never seen any of them.
But yeah, that's the going move. I mean, if you move your
there's every city
story to a different town.
Every major city has an NCIS show, don't they?
Well, it's like Mark Harmon moves to a different spot, and then he's there for 3 episodes to establish the series.
I like that they now appoint, because I remember seeing a commercial where they did one NCS Sydney, Australia.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, so now the local CIS guys are going international. We got to help the Australians. We're going to send a guy from Poughkeepsie.
Right. And just the whole series is just him asking people to say the word no. Just say no. No. Yes. No.
Do you like Outback Steakhouse?
No. Oh my gosh. So I watched a video. This guy travels to Australia to go to an Outback Steakhouse.
Do they even have Outback Steakhouse?
They have 13 locations in Australia of Outback Steakhouse, and this guy found one of them. And he was doing menu comparisons to how they don't call their There's stuff like like
the
Aussie
bloomin'
fries
onion
or whatever.
Yeah, bloomin' onions are
There's
a
a
deal.
Yeah, there's a couple. They still have the bloomin' onion, but there's a couple of like menu items that are the same, but they don't call them what they call them here.
Okay.
Like, they don't say shrimp over there; they say prawns. So all
they
their
call them
shrimp
by their
dishes are
fancy name.
prawns. And they get into that whole thing too about how I'll throw another shrimp on the Barbie thing. That probably stems, and this is what they said, from an ad campaign from the 80s where he says, I'll put another shrimp on the Barbie for you. It's just, and that was the whole thing.
Just caught.
But Hugh Jackman goes on to some show and he's like, that's all wrong. We don't call them shrimp. We call them prawns. We don't cook them on the barbecue. We usually boil them. He said, so that whole ad campaign is just nonsense.
Well, these are also the people that love Vegemite. So who's right here?
Yeah. No, that I will agree with you. That is. Oof.
Yeah. I mean, anytime Australians talk about food, you lose all street cred when I say Vegemite. Come on.
Now, the answer to that is our American need to slather things on things is the reason we don't enjoy Vegemite. Again, I revert to a Hugh Jackman interview where he says the most you need for a piece of toast is about a fingernail's worth of Vegemite.
Well, if that's all I need, then I don't need it. That's what I'm saying.
But he said a little goes a long way.
Yeah.
The problem with Americans is we go deep into the jar and we scoop out a whole dollop of it to smear, and that's just too much. That's why Americans don't like it. And honestly, that's why I don't like it, because the time I tried it, I had way too much of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, if something's so good, but you're like, I can't eat too much of it, it's not good.
Yeah. I would agree with you on that. No.
So you could flabbity flu and classify all your stupid foods all you want. Make me sound like I'm the idiot, but you're the idiot.
Right. Classify it all you want. It's Vegemite, Marmite, call it whatever you need to. It's garbage.
It's hot garbage.
It's garbage.
It is. And you should feel shameful for liking it. All right, let me give you the rundown for for today's show. You got all the Australians mad at me. Sorry. We're going to replay our interview we had last week. The Chaves County Federated Republican Women joined us. Charlotte and Janine joined us. Their monthly meeting tomorrow. So that's why we're going to play it. Last minute reminder there. Plus, we talk about the Cowboy Prom coming up here in September as well. So we're going to play that in mere moments. In the 8 o'clock hour, let's see. Hold on. Let me double take a last check before I tell you. No, I haven't seen nothing yet. So we're either going to have Crystal Noble from the Humane Society join us, or we're going to replay our interview we had yesterday with Fred Telling from the National Championship Air Races CEO, just giving us an update on everything with the air races there. So one or the other, I'm waiting to hear back from Crystal. And then Elliot Rodriguez with Lone Depot will join us in the 9 o'clock hour. And he always pops in for his monthly visit to give us advice when it comes to getting your money together for buying that home, whether it's the first one or house number 50. All right, it is 18 minutes after 7 o'clock. Let's get you up to date on the weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We have a little bit of that monsoon air getting into our area today, so we do have a slight chance of a shower or thunderstorm. Some sunshine, though. We're headed for the mid and upper 90s. Overnight, a few showers hanging around. We'll be in the upper 60s to about 70, and then about the same for Wednesday. Scattered afternoon showers and thunderstorms. Mix of sun and clouds, mid 90s. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Good morning, this is Smiley Wooten at the Roswell Livestock Auction. 649 head of cattle sold on Monday on a steady to higher market with excellent buyer tenants compared to last week. The weaned stocker steers sold 10 to 25 higher. Unweaned stocker cattle sold steady. Feeder cattle steady. Packer cows and bulls also sold steady. 3 to 400 pound steers 545, 630. 3 to 400 pound heifers 451, 585. 4 to 500 pound steers 445, 545. 4 to 500 pound heifers $4, 451. 5 to 600 pound steers 391, 445. 5 to 600 pound heifers 382, $4. 6 700 pound steers 372, 391. 6 to 700 pound heifers 352, 382. 7 800 pound steers 362, 372. 7 800 pound heifers 330, $352. Packer cows $170, $179. Canner and Cutter cows $164, $168. Packer bulls $190 to $207.50. Feeder bulls $180, $184. Top half the cow calf pairs $3,000 to $3,300 per pair. Top half the bred cows $2,750 to $3,000 per head. Expecting a better run of cattle for next week. We appreciate the business. This is Smiley Wooten, Roswell Livestock Auction.
Downtown Artesia is the place to be September 11th through the 13th for 3 nights of music, culture, and community. Thursday kicks off with New Mexico Heritage Night, mariachi, tejano, and local flavor. Friday's all about indie folk vibes. And Saturday, Red Dirt, Black Gold with headliner Cody Canada and The Departed. Gates open at 5, music starts at 6. Plus, interactive vendors, shopping, food, and cold drinks all weekend long. Bring your boots, bring your friends, and experience Artesia like never before. Full schedule at reddirtblackgold.com. A heartfelt thank you to the City of Artesia for making this event possible. Paid for by Artesia Lodgers Tax.
At Richland Motors, it's never been easier to sell or trade your current car, truck, or SUV for a newer model to hit the road in. Even if you don't purchase from Richland, they want to buy your vehicle for top dollar. But if you do buy from Richland, don't forget, they're the home of the powertrain warranty for life. That's a whole lot of confidence for you. See Richland for details. 2nd and Sycamore and 1309 Southeast Main.
Injury, surgery, or illness can set you back, but you don't have to recover alone. At Artesia General Hospital, our rehabilitation services team provides physical, occupational, and speech therapy to help you regain strength, mobility, and confidence. Take the next step toward recovery. Call 575-736-8174 today to schedule an appointment and get back to living life to the fullest.
Do you know what the hardest part of dealing with the roofer is? Just trying to get them on the phone. Jennifer here from Trustmark Roofing, and I want you to know that you can always trust Trustmark Roofing to answer our phone. Need a free roof inspection? Just call us at 575-755-ROOF, and we'll answer with a live person, a real human being. Have a roofing project already going with us and need to discuss it? Just call 575-755-ROOF, and we will answer the phone. No answering machine, no voicemails, and no weird robot automated attendant. That's because at Trustmark Roofing, we're all about relationships and treating people right. That's true for customers and vendors and insurance companies and employees. Anyone and everyone who comes in contact with our company. So if you have any roofing needs at all, trust Trustmark to treat you right and to answer the phone. Our number again is 575-755-ROOF, or find us online at trustmarkroofpros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first. Summertime is the right time to move on into the Calico Cow Fabric and Gift Shop. The Cow is an authorized handy quilter long arm dealer. They make their own quilts, shirts, and rope bowls right at the Cow. Come in and check out all the summer fabrics plus stellar fabrics for our interstellar travelers. The Cow has Brothers Sewing machines with warranties on sale now, and they can fix and perform maintenance on all brands. So log on to RoswellQuilting.com to order. The Calico Cow Fabric and Gift Shop, 200 East College in Roswell. Want to know how? Come see the Cow.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Linen can absorb up to 20 times its weight in moisture before it feels damp. Now, you don't have to get up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom anymore. Here's Mike Winters.
Welcome back in studio from the Chaves County Federated Republican Women. Charlotte and Janine back with us. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
How's life in your worlds this morning?
Busy.
It's always busy. It's back to school season, so there's always 100 things going on with kids or grandkids, and then everyone's like work schedules, and then everyone decides they want to do events in the fall. So it just gets busy.
A lot of events going on.
It is.
I'm busier now that I'm retired than when I was working. I mean, it's just nonstop.
I wish you were alone, but I've heard more people that have retired in the last couple of years that say they're busier now than they were in their day-to-day job.
You're right.
Routine.
What is it? Someone tells me, no is a complete sentence, Charlotte.
I'm still learning that one. Let me know when you figure it out, Charlotte, because
yeah.
I'm still trying to learn that sentence. But that being said, we do have another big event in the fall. We want to make sure if it's not on your radar, it needs to be on your radar pretty quick. The Cowboy Prom, something that you guys do every, I guess, non-election year. Is that
every non-election year? Yeah. This is our 8th Cowboy Prom.
Yes, and so during the non-election year, we have the big fundraising event for the Chaves County Federated Republican Women, when we talk about the scholarships for the kids, all the great work that goes on, this is where the money comes from.
Yep.
Is that this is
Exactly.
most of it comes from this night.
We do quite a bit of things, literacy, Americanism,
Yes.
scholarships. We do a great big
work with your nonprofits like Assurance
nonprofit.
Home, things like that.
Do a
yeah.
great big event for our veterans in November.
Yes.
So we
Yep.
do quite a bit with our little chunk of change that we do get.
So all we're asking is you come out, scoot a boot or two, and eat some
Yeah.
delicious food. And
Prepared by Peppers.
Peppers is on the. We got. Of course, it's the tradition continues. The Graham brothers are on the ones and twos.
Yep.
Peppers are on the grill doing
Yes.
doing the food.
Yes.
All of that's going to be back at this year's. The one thing that's a little different about this year than maybe other years is it's smack dab in the middle of air races this year.
But that's not a problem for the Roswell
But-
people because
what-
there's a reservation right there.
Yeah, and this
reservation and free dancing.
where you're looking this is another thing to do.
Exactly.
Like okay, or maybe you've been out watching airplanes all day. You want to kick back, have a drink, don't feel like fixing dinner. Come to the Cowboy Prom,
I hear the air show's over about 4:30, 5 o'clock.
and that's perfect timing.
Just come straight on over,
Yeah.
right down Brasher or
You
or
got time
McGaffey.
to come home, change, get a shower, and then about.
Oh,
about-
we don't even care about that.
You don't even care
we'll
about
just
it.
take you.
You know.
Yeah.
Gaming is optional. But
We can move your table over.
we'll just we'll put you downwind.
Exactly.
But yeah, come on in at about 6 o'clock. Get ready to dance and enjoy great food, music, silent auction, all the fun that happens.
A live
each year.
auction. We have some really nice items. Live auction. Tommy is coming in from, I believe he's out of Artesia. He auctions for Roswell Livestock Auction and all of the auction houses.
So he's
around.
got the lingo down.
He's got the lingo down. Oh yeah.
Yeah, the whole,
Oh yeah.
I think there's schools somewhere they teach us.
There
how
is,
to do
but
that.
these boys have never been there.
It's just-
I know these boys.
They're
have
au
never been there.
natural. They
They're
just have the gift
natural.
of spew.
We know there's going to be a lot of people in town, so we're opening up for dancing if they want to come out and dance.
Yeah, come bring some of that.
Yep.
Let them come and cut a rug or
come
two.
and dance. Just come and dance.
Yeah, and then of course there are two different. Like if you just want to dance, don't want to eat or nothing, that's no problem. We can do that.
Yep.
Doors are open at 7:30. You don't even have to get there early. You can show up at 7:30
Correct.
and get ready to dance. It's only $25 to come and get a workout.
Yep, exactly. I don't think there's any other place in town to dance.
No.
That weekend.
No.
No.
Not
No.
legally, anyway.
Not legally. And it is Western swing, but they play some other stuff.
They get
the
a
La
variety.
Cucaracha and all of that. They play some of that stuff.
They played a party or two. They played a party or two. They know how to get the people
They
moving.
know how to get people dancing.
And
They're
of course,
amazing.
Peppers. They doing brisket and everything.
They're
or-
doing green chili brisket and tequila lime chicken.
Nice.
So everything else is going to be drunk. So come on down and help out.
Absolutely. and if in Peppers, they do an amazing
They
job
do
every
good.
time. They
do good.
I almost feel like your event ain't official unless Peppers is
Exactly.
unless they're on the food. I know there's others out there, but here in Roswell, they're just tradition at this point. You know
I
what
mean, it's
I
going
mean?
to be a great night. I mean, all of the restaurants, granted,
be
are going to
full.
be full.
Sure.
So, buy your tickets now, and you have a spot
Exactly.
reserved. You have a seat reserved. A great meal.
Plenty of parking out at the fairgrounds.
Plenty
It's going to be out at the fairgrounds.
It's
like
going
it
to
is.
be out at the Arts and Crafts building at the fairgrounds, and you got to come in through the office area. So that's
Okay.
the farthest gate south.
So that would be like what would normally be the vendor's gate.
Correct,
If
the
you,
vendor's gate.
If you normally come, it's
Because
basically
they've got RV parking and stuff for
Yeah.
everybody else. So it's going to be full out there, but we're just the Arts and Crafts building
yes.
is where we're going to be setting
Perfect.
up.
Actually,
Um,
that's that one building people forget about at the fair. They always
Yes.
go to the other buildings and they forget about. That's the one with the train in it and all
Yeah.
the cool artwork and the home ec stuff
Correct.
and all that stuff.
Correct.
Yeah, that's that building there.
Well,
So-
no, we're one.
Is that one over from that one?
One north of that one.
Okay.
We're between the Rabbit Building and that building.
Okay, just follow the crowd.
Yeah,
It's all
follow
right.
the crowd.
It's all
Right.
right there.
Right.
To me, they all bleed into
We've
one
got
building.
I
so.
think they put pink flamingos out in front of it years ago.
Okay.
So they have the pink
See,
flamingos
I always
out in front of it.
because I think you can
And it
cut from
says
building to building
arts,
inside, so I just end up in one big
It says
building.
arts and crafts.
Yeah.
So can't miss
miss it.
that.
Yeah.
You know what? You'll smell brisket. Follow it.
There you go.
That's where you
You'll
go.
see all the cowboys walking in.
Right.
It's not
Exactly.
formal, even though it says prom. It's not formal.
Yeah,
Just-
wear what you come as you
Just
are.
wear your jeans and
Now
a
it is
nice
a
shirt.
cowboy prom, so if your normal is a 10-gallon hat, the
Yep.
shirt, jeans, the Wranglers, the boots, then come on down. But
and
if
we
you
have a photo booth, so come and get your picture.
So if you want to get gussied up,
yeah,
tell your wife, you said we never take pictures together. Come on.
Exactly.
It's going to be a great night. So, I would encourage everyone to get your tickets
Absolutely.
now. And, like everyone is anticipating, everything's going to be full. Grocery stores, restaurants.
Well, and Peppers is going to need a head count here
Mm-hmm.
pretty quickly.
By September 1st, we'd like to get, if you're coming to eat, we'd like to get your information by then.
Please do
you
Peppers
can call Angel at 575-639-2586 or go by Calico Cow, which is 200 East College.
Yep.
And then we also have our RSVP ccfrw@gmail.com.
Yeah, just shoot an email to that.
Yep.
And it's the acronym, the letters for Chaves County Federated Republic Women, RSVP. Put it together.
It's the one you use every month to get to our luncheon.
Exactly.
Which we do have a luncheon.
Absolutely, we're a week out from. Is it this week?
Yes.
Yeah,
it's
this
on
week.
the 20th.
20th. This month's all messed up
It's
in
all
my head.
clogged.
Yeah, so it'd be 20th would be next week. So
Next Wednesday.
what's today again? It's like the 10th, right? It's my wedding anniversary. I should know this.
Oh,
It's
no.
the 11th. Yeah.
Glad you remembered that one.
Yeah.
Note to self.
Yes, but that'll be so. Well, real quick before we talk about next week's meeting, let's kind of finish up here with the Cowboy Prom stuff. But please, RSVP to get your tickets. September 1 is the drop dead deadline to RSVP, especially for dinner.
Yes.
Imagine if you just want to come for dancing, they'll probably fudge you in a little bit.
We'll let you in.
You don't even need RSVP.
Nope.
Just show up with $25.
Just show up and $25.
Now, this is a fundraising event, so if you'd like to pay more, it
Yes.
all goes back into the programs, the scholarships for these kids,
Correct.
the nonprofits, all the great with the Veterans Dinner, all the things, the good work that comes from the Chaves County Federated Republic of Women. It pays for all
And we
that,
only
so.
do this every 2 years.
Yeah, and
So
they don't
is-
want.
We're
won't be
like
one-
squirrels this year. We got to gather our nuts.
So we got to do it all now. So we got to go big. So come, bring your. Is there still tables available?
Yes.
Because you can RSVP reserve a table or individual
If you'd like
tickets.
advertisement for your corporation or LLC, or just get a group together, the table is $800.
Okay.
A single ticket is $75. That includes the meal, the dancing, the auction, pictures, all of that.
The whole kit and caboodle.
The whole kit and caboodle, and $25 to come in and just scoot a boot and dance and hang out.
Yeah, and then of course, don't forget, there's going to be the live auction, silent auction, so there'll be some cash bar. So so lots of great other things to bid on and check out. Lots of probably trips or opportunities.
A lot of people to talk to. Some of our legislators will be there. I know Jim
That's
Townsend.
another thing, yeah.
Jim Townsend's going to be there, and Angelita Mejia will be there. So there's so you can bend your ear to some of those folks.
Yeah.
They'll be there and shake their hand. And talk to
Imagine
them.
probably see some the sheriff's candidates and
Yeah.
all them others. That'll it is kind of a much like your monthly meetings.
Correct.
It is a chance to talk to a lot of our elected or potentially elected officials.
Correct.
That and talk to them, while their hair's down a little bit,
Correct.
while it's not in the formal stodgy of
No
a meeting or
program
thing.
this year. We did a John Wayne theme last year, but we
Okay.
have no program this year. So
Okay.
we're just pledging our allegiance to our American flag and our great
Patriotism's
country.
the theme.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Just having a great time.
dancing from there.
Yeah.
We figured they'd
Good
be
food.
tired from the air show, so
Yeah.
Yeah, probably hot and sweaty.
Yeah.
Probably want a quieter.
Lots of air conditioning there. So
Yes. AC works well.
AC works well.
And food will be amazing. But please, RSVP, get her done quick.
Correct.
For the sanity of not only the Federated Republic of Women, but also the
for
sanity of Peppers as well
Yes.
too. So
Right.
they can.
Yes.
Because by the way, they're doing this probably for 10 other events on top
Exactly.
of the Federated Republic of Women
Yes,
events.
exactly.
Yeah, I know at least one other they're doing it for here in a couple of weeks. So, that again, they're the official food of events here in town. So, but and then of course, if you are interested in becoming a part of the Federated Republic of Women, men can be a part of it too. Fellas, you don't.
Our
you don't.
associates.
Yeah.
Associate members.
You can of course come to the prom and talk about. You can come to next week's meeting and ask about that too.
Correct.
But please reach out. They're always looking for new members and more people to get involved. Like I said, when it's during the election cycle, it really is providing that information platform, providing candidates an avenue to get their word out. You guys play Switzerland during the pre-primary, and then once the primary season's over and the Republican candidates have been pointed out, then you rally the troops around those folks during that election
Correct.
cycle. But during non-election cycles, And during election cycles, too, you work a lot with nonprofits, working with youth, working with your own youth and their scholarship programs, doing a lot of community-minded activities that really have nothing to do with D's, R's, or any of that stuff.
And during primary, we cannot choose one Republican over
Right.
another.
You guys play
We are
Switzerland.
neutral.
Yeah.
We are very neutral. I want to make sure that our audience knows that we
Same
don't
platform
choose one.
for all all
Correct.
candidates.
We don't choose one over the other.
Yep.
Now after that,
Then
all doors are open.
Once the June primaries or
Correct.
whenever they are, they're going to hit through, and then we're going to the general election.
Correct.
Then it's all on
All
one
hands
team.
on deck.
Team Republican.
Correct.
So,
Correct.
but even if you're not so much into that side of things, you're into the service side. There's lots of roles and lots of
Correct.
places for you to serve in the
Yes, there
Chaves
are.
County Federated
And we
Republican.
want anybody to come to the Cowboy Prom.
Absolutely.
We don't care whether you're Republican, Democrat.
If you like brisket or you like chicken, you like
Exactly. And
socializing,
dance.
you like dancing, you like trips, and
And
you
we
know.
don't push on that during the dance or
Yeah.
any of that.
No,
So
it's just to have a good
it's
time.
just
Yeah.
to have a good time.
Yep.
And
Great
like you said, this goes to our scholarships to the kids,
Mhm.
to the Assurance Home. So it doesn't stop at just one
Yeah.
genre.
And from what I'm hearing, Assurance Home could probably use a lot more help right now. I know they're
Yeah.
dealing with some financial issues on equipment and things that
Oh,
they're
okay. Are
dealing
they?
with. I mean, like I don't know the extent of it, but I hear like some of the ropes course and stuff. Like,
Oh, they need to be rebuilt.
well, I'm thinking they're going to get rid of it. They
Really?
like
Liability.
it's not safe anymore,
Liability.
and the juice isn't worth the squeeze, kind of
Yeah.
deal. But
Wow, I did that ropes course maybe 20 years ago.
I remember doing it. I think if you went through Leadership Roswell, you definitely did it at some
Exactly.
point or another.
Exactly.
You were dangling from a rope somewhere over there.
I was younger then. I was younger then.
Younger but equally scared.
Oh, that was a challenge.
It was.
It was, but
swinging off that rope, no thank you.
yeah,
no,
but
thank you.
they do such great work with the
They
kids
do.
over
They do.
there, and so it really. And by the way, if you've never been there, it literally is an oasis in the middle of Roswell. You're
It
like
was.
there, and you're like, "Am I still in Roswell? I didn't even realize it." Yeah, you're right in the middle of town.
Right in the middle of town.
Yeah, great program.
Yeah,
really
it
great.
absolutely is.
The kids have that avenue.
Yeah, and that's part of where our scholarship money goes.
Yeah, to help these youth
Help
and
those
Yes.
guys.
But all that's coming up again. That's going to be happening right smack dab in the middle of the air races
Yep.
here.
September 13th.
September 13th, again, 6 to 11 at the
Arts and
fairgrounds
Crafts
in the
Building.
Arts and Crafts Building. RSVP by multiple ways. You can call 575-639-2586. Shoot an email to rsvpccfrw@gmail.com. Of course, if you know any Federated Republican Women member, you can reach out for them for tickets.
Absolutely.
The Federated Chaves County Federated Republican Women have a Facebook page. If you like and follow that or go to that,
Yeah.
you shoot a message there and say, hey, I need 2 tickets to Cowboy Prom. I'm pretty sure someone in a very short order will reach out
So
to
if you're
you.
coming in from out of town and you're geeky, which some of those folks are geeky, the
Yeah.
address to do on your Google
Oh, so you
map
put in your
is
TomToms or whatever.
2055 Southeast Main Street in
Yeah.
Roswell. So
Although
that
I'm
helps.
pretty sure if you just type in, at least on mine,
Does it
Chaves
come up?
County Fairgrounds,
Does it come up?
it's
It'll
smart
show
enough to
it.
know.
Okay.
Usually. It depends on how old your GPS
I don't know.
is.
I don't do a GPS.
I
map
have
any.
one, and I rarely use it, but once in a while I haven't put the fair in because I know where that is.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure I've done like Balloon Fiesta before. I just typed in Balloon Fiesta and it gave the address.
It gave
and
the address.
everything.
Okay.
So,
Well,
yeah.
I
So,
was just thinking out loud, which
but
is
you're right. it
scary.
is.
It's
If
a
you need
scary
the
thing.
actual address, that's what it is, and you can get there. So please get tickets. But in the meantime, join us next Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
That is the monthly Chaves County Federated Republican Women meeting. They meet the third Wednesday of every month for lunch. About 11:30 or so, we get
11:30,
together.
the doors open.
And then about noon is when the speakers or the meat of the meeting happens. And then you're out the door by about 1 o'clock.
Yes, absolutely. We start serving about 11:40, so
Yeah.
come in, get your seat.
Still
grab your
the
meal.
Elks Lodge are
Elks Lodge, 11:20.
Are our
North
hosts.
Montana.
Big thank you to them and their cooking skills. They do have fine cooking skills
Oh,
over
they
there.
do. They do.
So they provide a great lunch every month.
So that meeting is on Wednesday,
Okay.
August 20th, and on the menu is going to be red enchiladas,
Ooh.
beans, rice, and a side salad.
Nice.
Plus dessert and tea or water for $17. So.
Nice.
And our guest speaker is going to be Miss Diane Taylor, who's
Ah.
going to talk about the DWI prevention here in Travis County. It's still relevant, and we want.
She always has a lot to say.
Oh yeah,
like
and
she's got
I know
so
she's
much
bringing
information.
a group with her, so it's just not going to be Diane Taylor, but it's going to be everyone that.
We don't need a group. Diane will hold the court for that whole time. She's a wealth of information and stories. She's got an interesting life. Just talk with. You ever get a chance? Just sit and talk with her about things. She'll tell you all kinds of stories.
Oh, right.
It's fun to talk to.
She's been doing DWI prevention for years. I know when I was the DWI coordinator years ago, I was really working with that.
I work hand in hand with them every 15 minutes around that time of year. Getting,
it's a great program.
Matter of fact, Mike Taylor, who was on the show earlier, he was helping me out during. Basically, he was doing a lot of commentary for me this last year during this past year's every 15 minutes.
So, I know she's the guest speaker, but I know she's going to be bringing in some folks, just talk about the program.
She's a neat lady.
She's going to be bringing in any of the kiddos and doing a show and tell with some bloody.
I have no idea what.
Oh, she's got exhibits.
I'm thinking that would kind of throw our crowd into a
beer goggles, and she had,
maybe the bloody pictures. We are having red enchiladas for lunch today. Maybe, unless we're doing green.
There's a theme here.
Yeah.
Maybe keep it to the green enchiladas.
No, she's gonna, just talk about the program and the efforts here in Travis County.
Great.
And there may be a judge or two,
Yeah.
law enforcement. Because it's such a great program, and there's, all of the agencies that build on that every 15-minute program that she has every year in the schools. So, maybe a student or.
I'm going to take a stab that program has saved hundreds of lives over the years, and people, because it really opens the eyes of kids on what, seeing the impact of those decisions make. They really bring it home to them, and the fact that the whole family gets involved to see, that's important too.
Oh, yeah.
So mom and dad are very much a part of that conversation, and they do a great job with it.
Oh, I've gone through every aspect of that. And when they have the accident, the staged accident, everything, goes, there's so much detail that goes into that staging, even the courtroom and the, just the jury trial and everything. It's
I think some of our first responders, some of them have a secret life of wanting to be star actors because they get into it. And sometimes I'm thinking, I think they think NYPD Blue's watching and ready to hire them off into the set. But yeah, they and I'm joking, but they do take it very seriously. They get very much into that. And all kidding aside, they do an amazing job.
The makeup is pretty gruesome.
For it's not pretty.
Yeah.
There's no warm fuzzies about this. This is
I think she may have
eye-opening stuff.
I think she may have a video of some sort, so I need to make sure that I have that.
Yeah.
I imagine there's like a highlight reel of over the years of some of these various.
And we our Facebook, we do film that every meeting. So it is up online like you film your morning.
I would catch that afterwards. Go to the meeting, see if that way you can ask questions, you can talk to people afterwards. We can video people eating enchiladas, but you don't get to partake in eating them if you watch.
We only start, we let them eat. Then we
I think
start
I'd do that to see what you're missing. Look at that.
Yeah.
If I could waft the smell through the camera, I would. You missed that. Sorry. You don't get this. Joke aside, but
there
yes, please come to the please get there early. And that's the thing too, like you said, but like we were talking earlier, elected officials, people, you get to see and talk with them one-on-one in a very informal way, and really get a chance to do, to hear their points of view and talk, because they like to talk to you too, and they love to talk to you, because our elected officials, contrary to popular belief, try to do what their constituents tell them to do. Right. But if you don't tell them what to do, then they don't know what to do.
So come out and enjoy a great meal, listen to our speaker, and network with your elected officials.
Absolutely. And Diane Taylor, she's going to be a wealth of great information.
I bet
she's
she can
entertaining.
answer a lot of questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And maybe convince her to run for office. Of course, her husband's a little busy, but
He's already in office.
I'm about to say he's a little busy. Maybe
he's already in
holding
office.
down the fort for the family here, but she could fill in if she needs to. She could hit the ground running doing it. So.
And it's the same email if you want to RSVP for that as well. RSVPCCFRW@gmail.com.
And if you don't want lunch, it's free. You can come to, but it's $17 if you. And I'm telling you, I know you're trying to behave, and I'm not going to eat. And then you get there, and everyone's eating enchiladas, and you're sitting there like feeling dumb, and you're like, I should have got the enchiladas. So just get the enchiladas.
Well, there's no bread
Right.
involved with enchiladas. It's corn tortillas.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and red sauce. And-
Yeah.
I mean, $17 for a meal. I mean, where can you? You can't even go to
Exactly.
McDonald's.
Not
these
anymore.
days.
You can't.
No.
Like even if you get like the
dollar
value
menu.
meal,
Yeah.
it's like
Oh, that's
$15,
not dollar
$20.
menu anymore, is it?
No.
It's like the $2. Yeah, they call it the value menu.
Value.
Oh, excuse
Yes.
me.
I think.
Boy, I'm outdated.
I think the only thing that's $1 on there is like an extra sauce packet for your nuggets.
Boy, that shows how outdated I am.
Yeah. Well, it's probably good you don't know. But that will be again Wednesday, which would be the 20th, right?
Yes.
The 20th.
Wednesday the 20th.
At the Elks Lodge there. Do you know the address?
1120 North Montana.
There you go. I knew it was on Montana, but I never get the address right. And then, of course, get there about 11:30 for lunch. The program will start about noon.
And we'll have you out of there by 1 o'clock.
About 1 o'clock, you're back at the office. Or you can tell your boss they had an emergency and you play hooky. Whatever you want to do. But they'll get you out at 1. What you do the rest of the day is on you.
Right.
So, and then, of course, don't forget, get your tickets to Cowboy Prom. September 1 is the drop-dead deadline.
We have a billboard over by Domino's on North Main.
Okay.
Flashing.
Is the digital billboard there?
The digital
Okay.
billboard.
Good
It's that
deal.
color.
It looks, yes, it's got the cowboy, the brown there, the
It
Graham
does.
Brothers.
It looks just like that.
And then, of course, don't forget, and same way, go through the Facebook page or the RSVP email
correct.
or call the number. Get your tickets. Again, $25 is just for the dancing, or you can get a full meal for $75, or you can get
Correct.
a table of 8 for $800. All are still
Correct.
available.
Correct.
Sponsorship's still available.
Sponsorship is the sponsorship table. You'll be announced more than once throughout the evening.
Yeah.
So
And all that money goes back to these great programs to
Correct.
help youth and other nonprofits in our community, and it keeps the Federated Republican Women
Correct.
keeps the doors open and keeps their mission going. That's what they do.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Looking forward to hearing from everyone.
Yeah.
Buy your tickets now.
Come on down where you and make it a boot contest. This is your excuse.
exactly.
I know y'all pay good money for them boots.
Yes.
Right.
This is your chance to show them off a little bit.
Absolutely.
Just saying.
It's a good dance floor.
You
It's
drop
just-
you drop
it's
2-3
a good
bills
dance
on a
floor.
pair of boots. You want someone to see them. That's all
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Hey, I got a new pair for Christmas.
Nice.
Oh, I want to see those.
Yes, they're just gorgeous.
Well, you'll see them on the Cowboy Prom,
On the
September
13th.
13th.
Yeah.
Yes, very good.
You
And
might want to wear them the day before to break them
yeah,
No,
you know
I've
what?
been wearing-
I'm just good tip. Don't make the Cowboy Prom your first night, because if you're dancing, guess what you're not doing the next day?
in. You know
Walking.
what? I will hand out free Band-Aids. How does
That's
that
right.
sound?
Band-Aids and moleskin.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'll be glad to do that.
The goodie bags this year will come with a big thing of Dr. Scholl's moleskin.
Exactly.
Awesome. Did we forget anything,
I
ladies?
don't think so.
Hey, that'll be an auction item.
I'm just saying. By the end of the night, you get $1 million for a packet.
Right?
Just saying.
Exactly.
Hold out for supply
There's
and
going to
demand.
be some free items too out there this year. This year we're going to have a kind of a side table where you just pick up a ticket and throw it in a bag, and then we'll draw it out.
Okay.
No cost.
Perfect.
You know, we have a few things that
So you
need
just-
to move on to other homes.
You can walk out with free swag just for
Yeah.
being there, pretty much.
Correct.
So,
Yeah. Correct.
Well, I know one thing you will leave with is a good time. So If
Exactly.
you don't leave with that, that's kind of on you.
Yes.
But,
Absolutely.
well, thank you, ladies. We'll see you
Thank
next
you.
time, if
Thank
not
you.
sooner, and holler if we can do anything else.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you.
You have a great week.
Now for your Pecos Valley news update, I'm Jared Cirillo. Over the weekend, Artesia Clean and Beautiful held the dedication ceremony for the Eagle Draw Community Mural. The city is expressing gratitude to everyone who came out and helped paint the longest mural in town. Don't forget, you can follow along on the Artesia Rec Center project on YouTube. Over the past few months, the city's contractors have been putting out weekly videos showing each step of the construction process. Stay up to date on the project and also watch how it all started from the very beginning. Just search Artesia Rec Center on YouTube. The National Farm to Cafeteria Conference is scheduled at the Albuquerque Convention Center in December on the 1st through 4th, hosted by the National Farm to School Network, with support from New Mexico partners, including Farm to Table. The conference is the premier event for anyone passionate about bringing local food to institutional settings and driving positive change in the food system. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo.
Your new car has about 1,500 computer chips inside, running everything from seat warmers to crash alerts. It's super high tech. But what happens when the software behind those features shuts down? Suddenly, that smart car isn't very smart. I'm Kim Commando for Total AV, award-winning antivirus software for just $19 for the first year right now at protectwithkim.com. The average car on U.S. roads is over 12 years old. Many connected car systems only last 7 to 10 years, though. That's bad news for any used car buyer. A mechanically perfect car could have worthless tech that you just can't use. So before you buy that fully loaded dream car, question when the tech stops calling home. Ask how long the remote start, safety systems, and other features will last. Check the car manual, the app, and the forums. If the tech relies on a soon-to-be-dead network or discontinued service, you might as well be buying a VHS player on wheels. In today's world, you must be tech ahead. Sign up for my free newsletter right now at getkim.com. Cybercrime is on the rise, and hackers are getting smarter every day. From phishing scams to ransomware attacks, criminals are after your devices and your money. So how do you fight back? One of the best defenses is solid antivirus software. Blocks suspicious websites and stops hackers before they can do any damage. A healthy dose of skepticism when opening emails or clicking links doesn't hurt either. But for the antivirus help you need, I trust and recommend Total AV. They update you in real time, keeping you protected from the latest threats. Go to protectwithkim.com now and get Total AV for just $19 for the first year. It covers up to 5 devices, including Windows, Macs, and smartphones. That's protectwithkim.com. Don't wait until it's too late. Your security matters. Get protected now. Go to protectwithkim.com for my exclusive deal with Total AV. Just $19 for the first year. That's protectwithkim.com. Protectwithkim.com. Protectwithkim.com.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We have a little bit of that monsoon air getting into our area today, so we do have a slight chance of a shower or thunderstorm. Some sunshine, though. We're headed for the mid and upper 90s. Overnight, a few showers hanging around. We'll be in the upper 60s to about 70, and then about the same for Wednesday. Scattered afternoon showers and thunderstorms. Mix of sun and clouds, mid 90s. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
It's time for the Chaves County Sports Report. We got some soccer going on. In fact, there was a game last night. The Goddard Rockets played host to the Clovis Wildcats, and this was a close game and a low-scoring one. It was Clovis winning by a score of 1-0. The goal came in the second half. So Goddard will have to lick its wounds and get right back out at it. They'll be hosting Roswell on a Thursday at 4 o'clock. Meanwhile, the Coyotes get their season started tonight against NMMI. NMMI, the defending state champ in Class 3A. Roswell will be playing at the Colts home field at 6 o'clock. And you've got girls soccer going on tonight as well. It's the season opener for both Goddard and Roswell. Yeah, they're playing each other. Game time starts at 4 o'clock this afternoon. The Sports Report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at Roswell's Talk FM 106.5.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander. Wall Street held near its record heights on Monday, ahead of a week likely to be dominated by updates from the head of the Federal Reserve. The union for 10,000 striking Air Canada flight attendants said Monday they won't return to work, even though the strike now in its 4th day has been declared illegal. The strike at Canada's largest airline is affecting about 130,000 travelers a day at the peak of the summer travel season. The conservative network Newsmax will pay $67 million to settle a lawsuit accusing it of defaming voting equipment company Dominion by spreading lies about President Donald Trump's 2020 election loss. That's according to documents filed Monday. The settlement comes after Fox News Channel paid $787.5 million to settle a similar lawsuit in 2023. Starbucks will give 2% salary increases to all salaried employees in North America this year as part of a turnaround strategy focused on controlling costs. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
Hey Roswell, trade up to a new Ford or quality pre-owned vehicle for less during the final days of the summer clearance event at Roswell Ford.
Right now, save big with clearance prices on new Fords with 0% APR and make no payments for 90 days. Your friends at Roswell Ford make upgrading to a new Ford or quality pre-owned vehicle for less super fun, super fast, and super easy. If you're making payments on your current vehicle and want out early, Roswell Ford will do whatever it takes to free you from your trade, even if you owe thousands more than it's worth. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. Roswell Ford has partnered with more aggressive lenders that will push to approve your credit, even if it's less than perfect. Get huge American-made savings, more for your trade, and a better buying experience. Get on board at Roswell Ford, because we'll do whatever it takes to make a deal. 821 North Main Street in beautiful Roswell. Call 575-623-3673 or online at roswellford.com. 0 APR for 48 months is $20.83 per thousand finance. Interest accrues from date of sale, subject to lender approval on select vehicles. Offers not combined.
When you or a loved one need medical transport, TransAero answers the call. TransAero Medevac operates 3 rotorcraft bases and 1 fixed-wing base in southeastern New Mexico, allowing them to respond quickly to emergencies across diverse terrains. Their fleet extends coverage deep into New Mexico and West Texas, including Artesia, Carlsbad, Roswell, Ruidoso, Midland, Lubbock, and the surrounding areas. Ready to answer the call when every second counts. TransAero Medevac, proudly serving southeastern New Mexico and West Texas. Flown for free, thanks to the partnership from the City of Artesia and TransAero Medevac. Life support by air.
Hi everyone, this is Melanie from Glenn's Furniture. When was the last time you looked forward to sleep? Let's be honest here, you know a restful night's sleep has more health benefits than you consciously think about during the day. Here at Glenn's, we carry Serta mattresses, and they've been in the business for more than 90 years. Choosing one can be hard, but I want you to know we have your back. Come see us at Glenn's on the corner of Union and Alameda in Roswell, where delivery is free since 1953.
My name is Marie Senna. I'm a painter, tattoo artist, illustrator, and medical tattooer. Before I became a business owner, I did not have health insurance. I don't get my health insurance from an employer. I assumed that it was unattainable for me, but it was really easy to find a health insurance plan through BeWell. Now that I have health insurance that is affordable, I feel like I've got some peace of mind that if I need to go to the doctor or the hospital, I'm not going to break my bank. Visit BeWellNM.com to find a plan for you. What's the best that could happen?
At Martine's Capital Cafe, come in and enjoy a delicious variety for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Try our burritos, huevos rancheros, asado, chorizo, sausage, flantas, fajitas, chili rellenos, quesadillas, enchiladas, sopapillas, and don't forget their award-winning green chili cheeseburger and so much more. Everything is prepared with the finest and freshest ingredients. Martine's Capital Cafe. Quality, value, tradition, and the most delicious New Mexican food since 1989. Open Monday through Saturday from 6 to 8:30 p.m. at 110 West 4th Street in Roswell.
Looking to start, continue, or complete your higher education journey? Join the more than 5,700 current Greyhounds on their journey to student success. Eastern New Mexico University offers the most affordable higher education degree in the Southwest, and New Mexico residents can go to school tuition-free with the New Mexico Opportunity Scholarship. With online or in-person degrees, ENMU is the right choice for you. For more information, visit enmu.edu. ENMU, student success, that's what we're about.
The ultimate Wi-Fi experience is now available to you thanks to Smart Home Wi-Fi with Plateau. Get fiber-to-home technology 100 times faster than average household internet speed. Plateau has multiple plans and options to fit your family. With Fast, get true 100 megs per second download and upload speed. With Faster, get true 500 megs of download and upload speeds. And with Fastest, you get 1 gig. Learn more at plateautel.com. Get the speed you need with Plateau. Tried, true, trusted.
Football is back, and Roswell Honda is celebrating with serious savings across the lot, like 4.99% APR for 48 months on all new Civic hatchback, 4.49% for 60 months on all new Pilots, and 3.49% for 60 months on new CR-V hybrid models. And score even more savings on the pre-owned lot. Don't forget, every vehicle on the lot has undergone a rigorous multi-point inspection, so you can rest assured it'll get you all the way to the end zone every time. Game day or any day, score huge savings right now at Roswell Honda, 2177 West 2nd.
It's too bad the Eastern New Mexico State Fair doesn't have a category for weeds, because with all the rain we've had, they'd be giving out lots of blue ribbons. Hi, this is Ben Manette from Roswell Seed Company. We have powerful products to get rid of the hardiest weeds, and most important, we can tell you exactly how and when to use them to get the job done. Yeah, this year's weeds are certainly impressive, but at least they're green.
Clyde Lewis and Ground Zero is now in Roswell on 106.5 FM, KEND Roswell.
We're closing in on 8 o'clock. Town Hall News is up next. We'll be back on the other side of news. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Breaking news this hour from Town Hall. I'm Rich Thomason. Although there is no peace deal yet, President Trump is hoping for one to mend the war in Ukraine soon.
I believe a peace agreement at the end of all of this is something that's very attainable, and it can be done in the near future.
Mr. Trump hosted Ukrainian President Zelensky along with 7 European leaders yesterday afternoon at the White House. Among other things, the U.S. backing security guarantees for Ukraine once the war is over. Relief for Air Canada travelers as a strike against the carrier comes to an end.
The airline and the union representing 10,000 flight attendants have reached an agreement ending the workers' strike that began over the weekend. Canada's largest airline says it will resume flights this evening. The union says the agreement will guarantee members pay for work performed while planes are on the ground, resolving one of the major issues that triggered the strike. Air Canada says returning to full service may require 7 to 10 days, and some flights will be canceled until the schedule is stabilized. The strike has affected about 130,000 travelers a day at the peak of the summer travel season. I'm Mike Hempton.
Hurricane Aaron not expected to make landfall, although it is generating huge waves and dangerous rip currents along the east coast. Parts of North Carolina's Outer Banks, specifically Hatteras and Ocrahoke Island, are under evacuation orders. The sale of the Boston Celtics has been finalized. Private equity mogul Bill Chisholm has taken control of the NBA's most decorated franchise. He won the bidding in March with an offer that valued the franchise at more than $6.1 billion, a record price paid for an American pro sports team. And on Wall Street, the Dow is up more than 150 points, while the NASDAQ trading 132 points in the red. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
The national security trial of pro-democracy advocate Jimmy Lai.
He could be sentenced to up to life in prison if he's convicted. The 77-year-old was arrested in 2020 under a national security law imposed by Beijing after anti-government protests the previous year. He's being tried on charges of colluding with foreign forces to endanger national security and conspiring with others to issue seditious publications. Lai founded Apple Daily, one of the local media outlets that was most critical of Hong Kong's government. His high-profile case is widely seen as a trial of press freedom and a test for judicial independence in the Asian financial hub. I'm Lawrence Brooks.
A ship loaded with 1,200 tons of food supplies for Gaza docks today in Israel, part of renewed efforts to alleviate a worsening humanitarian crisis in the Palestinian territory. News and analysis, townhall.com. The Sooner State is taking an unusual move concerning school teachers.
Oklahoma will require applicants for teaching jobs from California and New York
to pass an exam the state's top education official says is designed to safeguard against, quote, radical leftist ideology. State School Superintendent Ryan Walters says any teacher coming from those two blue states will be required to pass Oklahoma's PragerU assessment test before getting a certification. 50-question test is finalized and will be rolling out very soon. Jason Walker reporting.
Japanese tech giant SoftBank Group plans to take a $2 billion stake in computer chip maker Intel, deepening its involvement in semiconductor manufacturing in the U.S. This coincides with reports that President Trump is considering having the federal government buy a stake in the chip maker. More on these stories, townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travelation, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 2 of Mornings with Mike Winters right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Tuesday. It is. So, it's official. Crystal will join us Friday in the 9 o'clock hour, so we're going to replay our interview we had with Fred Telling, CEO of the National Championship Air Races. Had a great conversation with him yesterday. It was a long one, like 39 minutes, so we'll have to get it going pretty quick. But we'll play that here in this hour.
It's coming, and it's coming quick.
It is.
I was thinking about it just now. It's like we're coming up on the. I mean, it seems like it's still a while away, but we're coming up on the very end of August, and it's here.
Yeah. So. Football this weekend. It's a busy time.
Busy indeed.
Time.
And I heard doors.
It's today. What is today?
Extension office.
It is extension office day. You're right.
So
we're not replaying an interview. I forgot.
All right.
I forgot. This is the third. The third Tuesday. I forgot to write it down.
You really should switch to a digital calendar.
No.
Michael.
They don't work.
Michael, these don't work.
They do work.
Michael.
I just got someone to put it on there.
Michael. No, I understand. It's the idea of having a calendar always with you.
Yeah.
I get that. But it is right there in your pocket.
But I can't put the date, the times in right and everything. It never works for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Come on. Can you write a check?
Yeah, paper one.
Yeah. Can you write a paper check?
But
then you cannot tell me you're not
It wasn't letting me
enough.
set it to 15. It was messing with me.
Oh.
It wasn't working for me.
So it sounds like after the training session on Wavestar that sales is going to undergo today, Michael needs a calendar training session.
No, I'm old and cantankerous, and I've hit my limit.
Set my ways. Dang it.
Although I did see something I kind of, if it works, is kind of neat. So it's this, I guess you call it a figurine of this guy.
Okay.
And his name is Al Dente. And
so he's tender. He's a tender fella.
here's the deal. You take said figurine, you put Al, and you put him in a pot with water and pasta.
Oh, I've seen this.
And then when he starts singing, your pasta.
When he starts singing?
Yeah, your pasta's al dente.
Okay, I've seen something a little different. It was like a guy that holds your pasta, and if it droops, that's when you know it's ready.
No, you actually throw the figurine in the water with the cooking pasta.
Is it like a tea thing?
Like
it just looks like this little red dude, and his name's Al Dente.
Oh, that's amazing.
And
he really is just a little red guy.
Al Dente.
That's crazy. It just plays That's Amore when your pasta is red. I want one more than I want to breathe.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Isn't that cool?
I love technology.
Like, if it works, that's legit cool.
Yeah,
I'm a little skeptical it works, or you use it one time and the thing fries out or whatever,
Yeah.
because it is electronics and boiling water. I feel like those two things don't.
It's 2025. We've got to have come to that point.
Let me see how much that thing costs. Then I'll tell you how long it'll work.
Right.
If you can get it for $19.95.
Well, let's talk to Digger, because I bet we can get one off AliExpress for about $3.
I'm sure that one will last one time. I'm curious what it costs.
Al Dente device. Okay. $15.90 on eBay or $19.95 on Walmart.
Yeah, you got about one, maybe two uses out of it. That bad boy's
man.
brokeski.
I mean, it's probably got one of those like annoying watch batteries that, you have to like unscrew and then like dig out to replace.
Right.
But it probably works for a while.
Yeah. Al Dente. And then, I don't know, I just got on this kick. Then I accidentally ran into a like infomercials from the 90s video that had these different, and a couple of those I'm like, why didn't that idea take off? That's a good idea.
There's a few out there that, and some of them they've just like taken off in like different offshoots. Like the lady, I can't think of her name offhand, but the lady that makes like the dump cake maker or whatever.
Yes, yeah.
She had and this was years ago, she had a breakfast sandwich maker, and it's like all these different compartments. You put your egg in one, your sausage in the other.
Yeah.
And it heats up all these components
I
separately.
remember
and then
that.
you pull the things and it puts your sandwich together.
Yeah.
That's still a thing. It's just, I don't think she patented it, and like everybody came out with their own version of it.
You're right. The one that I was like, this is a good idea, was I must have been on a pasta kick, but it was like the pot you boil your pasta in, but the lid had the little strainer holes in it. So like when you're ready to drain the water, you literally just, there's a little lock thing for the thing, and you just strain in. It was straining ground beef juice. It was grease. It was straining the pasta.
I love that beef juice. Yeah, but no, that's still a thing. I mean,
is it?
Yeah, pasta self-straining. Pasta pots. Yeah, it's definitely still a thing.
It's a good one. I was like, that's a good idea.
Or the one that they use now is it's a piece of silicone you put on the side of your pot, and then you just pour the water out, and it catches the pasta. So
right.
Basically the same concept.
Well, I'm sure it breaks real easy. Kind of like remember there was a minute I was all about them pans, the ones that they were like the copper ones that don't stick. Now you can get them at the dollar store, I think, or as seen on TV.
Right.
Yeah, I remember buying one of those, and that nonstick thing worked like twice.
Yeah.
And then that thing was hot garbage.
Yeah, those are TV displays. They're not like, it's like the old
I fall for 'em every time.
The old Billy Mays where they would like run something over with the truck. It's like, yeah, it could withstand that.
Yeah.
You're probably not supposed to.
Well, I mean, all fairness, I wasn't trying to run over the pan. I just wanted to not stick like they said it wasn't.
The ones that get me are, and his name is Vince Offer, which is ironic because he is a telemarketer, but the guy,
a lot of offers.
The guy that did the ShamWow commercials.
Yes.
That commercial is the biggest load of malarkey I've ever seen. There's a scene. There's
the ShamWow is
the
not
ShamWow.
as wow it's more of a sham than a wow.
Garbage. There's a scene where he pours soda into a carpet square, and he takes the towel and he says, without even putting any pressure on it, he just puts it down like that. He said, and he picks it up. He said, 50% of the cola is right there. And then he rolls it, and the rest of it comes out. BS. Those things don't hold a cup of water, let alone a whole soda.
No.
The ShamWow was hot garbage.
It was a sham.
And then you see like the scenes in the middle, like, we love it. We don't even buy paper towels anymore. Then you're messing your family up, because I guarantee if you use that ShamWow more than twice, it's disgusting. I know you Midwest, you don't wash your ShamWows. If you do, you're doing it with your underpants.
It's more like ShamWow, am I right?
Wow. The slap chop is the same thing. He's like, it never gets clogged up. The slap chop does it. It doesn't work.
No.
It gets stuck in the food, and then you have to like pull it. It's
I
trash.
touched a nerve with Sean.
I do not like the Vince offer. And then there's a whole thing about Vince off, like the guy behind it was like embroiled in this huge scandal involving like
So all his stuff's
a
crap.
call girl, and so he'd like disappeared.
All right, I gotta know because there was always one from, and this may have been more 80s and 90s, but I'm not gonna lie, always intrigued me. The collapsible storage things, the ones where it was like an accordion, and if you only had like a quart of something, you could collapse it down. But if you needed like 3 quarts of something, you could collapse it up, and then you could, but like if you didn't need them all, you could put like 50 of them in your cabinet until you needed them. And do you remember those?
I do.
Please tell me those are good.
They're not, because the collapsible side is a weaker material.
I wanted them
the
to
problem.
be good.
So they end up getting holes or cracks or whatever. But that did remind me of, and you have to have had one of these or more of these experiences, the collapsible cup.
Oh yeah.
Those in like every like mess kit or whatever.
Oh,
you always
yeah.
have it looked like a makeup compact, but you take the lid off and it would just be a
I
fold
had a
out
couple
cup.
of them over my time in Scouts.
Yeah. I miss.
Well, the cool
drinking from
part is
those.
if you put them in your pocket right, and then you hit the thing, you go and it collapses out like a gun. It's like,
yeah, you whip it out.
Yeah, well, it'd be great at camping trips. Like, hey, would you like something to drink? Yes, I would.
Fill me up. What they need to do is they need to come up with that same technology, but in like a tumbler size.
Right.
Because, I mean, people are obsessed with carrying around their gallons of water now.
Well, see, that would turn into a TikTok challenge. Collapse people's cups at their desks. Some guy just walks by and goes.
Or it would become the next challenge where people are like, oh, I'm going to consume this gallon jug of water, and you collapse it into your into your face.
Yeah. Well, we just created content. We want money for that.
Well, we also probably created a wave of teen deaths of people trying to consume a gallon of water too fast.
Sue them ones on the other internet for that.
A wild wave of water intoxication spread because 2 morning show DJs from New Mexico talked about it.
Yep. Would you guys believe at one time people got mad about Beavis and Butthead because kids were actually putting frogs in a microwave for a minute? Because they saw that on Beavis and Butthead.
Before we had access to the internet and stuff to distract us, we had to find ways to make our own fun. And a lot of it involved animals from the outside and ways to torture them.
Like, I feel like, didn't David Letterman get flack for dropping the bowling balls off the building because, like, kids were doing it?
I think it was, he was dropping, like, fruits and stuff, like watermelons
I
and
feel
stuff.
like he dropped a bowling ball,
He
too.
probably did.
I just remember, yeah.
Like I said, kids in the 90s, we were bored, all right? There was nothing good on TV.
And you know what? The one I remember the most that was so 90s of this, and I remember catching it before they pulled it. There is a football movie that came out in the 90s. Oh, shoot, the name went right out of my head. The Program.
Okay.
The movie The Program. It stars young Omar Epps as a running back. James Caan is the coach. And there's a couple other people in it, too. I just don't remember off the top of my head. But anyway, it was
Halle
this.
Berry.
Yeah. Halle Berry was in it. That's right. I forgot. It was a college football movie about this college and, the players getting in and, and then there's, of course, racial tension at the campus and and all this stuff. But anyway, it was a very 90s angst movie. There was a scene in the movie where the quarterback, his offensive lineman, which was the dude that was on ER and Parker Lewis Can't Lose, the big dude.
Yeah.
He was the lineman in that. And a couple of the other teammates, they go out partying on a Saturday night or whatever.
Right.
And in their midst of said partying, they do a move where they all lay down along the yellow stripe in the middle of the road and let cars whiz by. And some kids tried that and got killed. And they actually pulled that scene from, like, if you watch the movie today, that scene is edited out of the movie.
Really?
I remember going to the movie theater and seeing that opening weekend where that scene was still in there. And, but if you go today, you cannot I mean, if you go on the internet, on YouTube, but if you will watch the movie on any platform, that sans that scene.
There was a scene. I gotta go look it up. But there's a scene of a movie. It ended up getting, I think the whole scene got pulled, or maybe even the movie got got cut. But it took place on a train tracks. They like checked with the schedule of the train, and they had this open schedule. So they were shooting this scene on it was a train bridge. I think that the person was like tied to the train or handcuffed, something along those lines. They had an unexpected train that was coming through, and they did not know about it. So they got everybody's offset as they could. But the person that was attached to the track, they couldn't remove them in time, and they ended up dying from the situation. But yeah, there was a whole generation of people that were like, hey, we saw this on TV. Let's go try that. That looks fun.
More of the lesson is don't do that.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it.
And I wouldn't recommend you doing off the YouTube videos or TikTok videos either. Same fate awaits, generally. So, all right. We do have the folks from the Chaves County Extension Office. They're going to join us here in just a few minutes, give us an update there. Of course, I would say there's like a fair break. Like they've gone through the, there's back to school, but then they got Eastern Fair. Like
it's the lull between the fair
in a
times.
minute. So there's like an eye in the fair storm.
in the fair storm. Yes.
The eye in the fair hurricane.
The calm before the freak out.
There you go. There it is. And so we'll get an update.
The movie is Midnight Rider that I was thinking of.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, there's a scene. It's the camera assistant, Sarah Jones. The accident occurred during the filming when the freight train unexpectedly appeared on the active train tracks where a scene was being shot. The crew, including Sarah Jones, were attempting to clear the tracks when the train struck them. The incident led to suspension of filming, multiple investigations, and criminal charges against the filmmakers. So,
wow. That's like one of the big ones when I was a kid was the
Twilight Zone.
Yeah, the Twilight Zone movie with the helicopter crash and all that. Yeah, that one was a big one. And you can, like, it's I think it's the third story, because I remember there's like three different stories. I think it's the third one where is the one where the helicopter crash and the people.
And they ended up using footage from around the event, not the event itself, not the crash itself, but they ended up using like parts of the day that happened.
Yeah.
In the actual film, it's like, wow, y'all didn't scrap that? Oh.
Yeah. Well, I guess money's money, man.
That's right. I got the shot. We only have so much film.
Yeah. We're going to get sued anyway.
They would have wanted it this way.
We're going to get sued by the families.
We're going to get sued. We might
as well get the money up to pay for it.
Makes sense.
All right. It is 8:22, time for your weather. Got rain chances. Kind of. We're teases, but we'll see.
Weather this hour brought to you by Southwest Bearing under new ownership. Custom solutions for your heavy equipment. Hydraulic hoses, hose repair, bearings, seals, sprockets, belts, tools, fluids, and fittings.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We have a little bit of that monsoon air getting into our area today, so we do have a slight chance of a shower or thunderstorm. Some sunshine, though. We're headed for the mid and upper 90s. Overnight, a few showers hanging around. We'll be in the upper 60s to about 70, and then about the same for Wednesday. Scattered afternoon showers and thunderstorms. Mix of sun and clouds, mid 90s. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 71 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 68% with winds out of the north at 5 miles per hour. There is a 20% chance at some afternoon showers and thunderstorms. They're talking after 3 p.m. today. Mostly sunny otherwise. Highs in the mid-90s, 94 today with winds out of the east, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, our chance of rain bumps up to 30%, mainly before midnight. Otherwise, partly cloudy, 69 for an overnight low with southeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Wednesday, we're looking at a 20% chance at afternoon showers and thunderstorms, mostly sunny, 93 for a high tomorrow. Winds will be out of the east at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy, overnight low of 68 degrees with east winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Thursday, sunny and 95 for a high. Winds out of the southeast, 5 miles per hour. Friday, sunny skies, 95 for a high there as well. And then looking at the weekend, sunny and 95 on Saturday, sunny and 94 on Sunday. So pretty much after today, the rain chances, today and I guess tomorrow, those rain chances pretty much dissipate. All right, it is 24 minutes after 8. We're going to take a 2-minute commercial break, and then we will talk with the folks from the Chaves County Extension Office. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Hey, Roswell, trade up to a new Ford or quality pre-owned vehicle for less during the final days of the summer clearance event at Roswell Ford. Right now, save big with clearance prices on new Fords with 0% APR and make no payments for 90 days. Your friends at Roswell Ford make upgrading to a new Ford or quality pre-owned vehicle for less super fun, super fast, and super easy. If you're making payments on your current vehicle and want out early, Roswell Ford will do whatever it takes to free you from your trade, even if you owe thousands more than it's worth. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. Roswell Ford has partnered with more aggressive lenders that will push to approve your credit, even if it's less than perfect. Get huge American-made savings, more for your trade, and a better buying experience. Get on board at Roswell Ford, because we'll do whatever it takes to make a deal. 821 North Main Street in beautiful Roswell. Call 575-623-3673 or online at roswellford.com. 0 APR for 48 months is $20.83 per thousand finance. Interest accrues from date of sale, subject to lender approval on select vehicles. Offers not combined.
It's one of those things we've all had on our mind. No matter how much we want to ignore it, we all know that wisdom teeth can cause pain, teeth crowding, and even infection. Hi, this is Dr. Sarah Usher with Carabelli Dental. I am proud to be a part of an outstanding team who understands your concerns when considering wisdom teeth removal. Call us today and let our staff walk you through the process so that you are confident and prepared for your wisdom teeth removal. And don't worry, we have sedation dentistry options so that you can rest and feel at ease.
Come see the team at Carabelli Dental. Call 575-622-4455. For the first time ever, the National Championship Air Races are touching down in Roswell, New Mexico. From September 10th through the 14th, witness the world's best pilots battle it out in the fastest motorsport on the planet. Vintage warbirds, cutting-edge jets, aerobatics, and family fun, all against the stunning New Mexico sky.
3, 2, 1.
Get your tickets now at airrace.org. Don't miss this high-octane spectacle.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. 1 in 3 snake bite victims is drunk. 1 in 5 is tattooed. Hold my beer and check this out. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 26 minutes after 8 o'clock, and joining us in the studio this morning from the Chaves County Extension Office, Tamara Schubert back with us. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Fabulous. How are you?
Good. Little, like I was kind of joking about the eye and the hurricane there, but it is kind of a little breath between fair seasons.
We have
right
about
now.
a week and a half before we head into State Fair,
Yeah.
and then we're back from that for about a week before we head back into Eastern.
Yeah. So now, obviously, you probably see bigger numbers locally here at the Chaves County Fair and things, and not as many at the State Fair. And I'm going to say the Eastern, we probably get a bigger number because it is in our own backyard
It's home.
here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm guessing of the fair, this is probably the State Fair is probably, as far as number of kids from our area going, it's a little quieter than, say, the other.
It is. We typically have about 15 kids that participate on the ag side,
Okay.
but with the county fair, if they got first with their indoor exhibits,
So they kind of
they all go up
like
to
an
State
automatic
Fair.
bid kind
Mhm.
of thing.
So we have over 300 entries that are going up for the
Nice.
State Fair indoor exhibits.
Excellent. So do the kids do they usually go up for that, or is it kind of just depends on their schedule?
Yeah, we
or?
take them up the first couple of days before fair opens to get them judged and stuff like that. Then
Sure.
we'll go up and pick them up for the kids.
Gotcha,
Now they're
'cause-
welcome to go, explore just like
Sure.
everybody else, State Fair.
But obviously they got to go back to school.
Yes,
They can't take fair week. They'll get a day here in a month or two, but not a whole week next week. But that's really cool that they get to. And then I guess that would be the top level. If they win at state, then they're the state champs basically in that particular. Do they go to a federal or a national
states,
or regional
state's the end.
category? Okay. Of course, that bread's awful funky, but no, I'm just kidding.
By then it would be awful funky.
Well, that's great. So root on these kids as they going to be competing next week here in the State Fair, and then some of them and more will obviously be back here in a month or so for the Eastern New Mexico State
Absolutely.
Fair. So, of course, sounds like they had another great junior livestock auction. That's going to be the big thing. If you didn't get a chance to participate this past time, come up here and of course you're always going to go to the state one, but here at the Eastern Fair in about a month, you'll get another chance to support these.
That one
kids
will
and
be
their projects.
October the 4th. It's a Saturday morning. So
Yeah.
definitely come out, celebrate with the kids. and see all their hard work.
Absolutely. So what's, I guess you kind of, from your perspective, because you kind of handle a lot of the extension clubs, the home ec side of things, you're probably focusing on some of these fall, like sessions, fall.
Yeah, so we've got a lot of things. We've got a lot of things coming up. So they can join our extension clubs on Thursday, September the 4th.
Okay.
Drew is coming in with Soil and Water to do a winter and herb gardening session.
Okay.
So if they're interested in what they can do this winter, come join us. Do call the office and reserve a seat so that we can plan for you. But that'll be Thursday the 4th at 5:30.
All I'm saying is, y'all go to the grocery store like I go to the grocery store. The more you can grow yourself and do yourself at home, A, the better quality it's going to be. B, you're going to save some coin doing that. And not to mention, you're probably going to find that your neighbors become very friendly with you.
It's all the extra zucchini.
But you know what? Maybe sit down with Drew and let's start with some herbs. Let's start with some winter herbs and things that the very very minimum you can season your food and do some of that with it. And but yeah, the older I get, the more I'm like, yeah. I mean, if you got a patch of dirt, put something in it and see if you could save yourself some money.
Yeah, so they can also join us. So gardening at the library will be September the 20th.
Okay. And
so
that's
our
a
master
monthly.
gardeners.
Yeah, that's the monthly.
So it's the third Saturday of every month.
And they come up with some great tips and everything else. And and it's usually seasonal depending on, okay, this time of year you're working on fertilizing stuff. All right, let me give you some tips on that. Or, okay, it's fall planting. These are the types of things you want to do in the fall. That they always keep it pretty topical with the seasons there.
Well, and our master gardeners will be out that day to answer any questions that anybody has on gardening, but they're giving away free seeds.
Oh, nice.
So if they're wanting to start those gardens, this is a great opportunity to jump in without it being a lot out of your pocket.
I got a feeling those folks are getting a lot of weed questions lately. It's just based on,
weeds
the floods
are everywhere.
And everybody's dealing with weeds, including gardens. I'm taking
catch them early. Catch them early.
Yep. So, but for all and trust me, those folks are pretty knowledgeable, and it's really hard to stump them. So come with your even if you think this is a toughie, bring it. They've got some smart people over there that really know all their stuff when it comes. Good deal. What else do we want to cover?
So tickets for Christmas Showcase go on sale September 1. So
I know this is still
again.
August, but yes, it is time. And I'm telling you, this is one of the more popular events each year. If you're not familiar, this is your chance to basically get like this recipe book for like a Christmas showcase, and everything from foods for Christmas to decor, Christmas gift ideas. Everything of the season there. And then each year the book's different. But the actual event is a day where you can come either around lunchtime or around after dinner.
1:30 or 6:30.
Yeah, after work time. And then basically do a round robin. You get to try several of the different projects. If there's food involved, you get to eat it. Don't eat the decor. And then you get to make and take some of that stuff home. But then the real prize is the recipe book with all this, and then folks collect them like each year there's a new book. So and I know if you're really nice to Tamara and stuff, they on occasion they do have books of years past, and you know what, they are going to be moving soon, so they're gonna have a fire sale at some point because they don't want to move all this stuff. So but I'm telling you, this is kind of, and the people that every year it's like basically having your own Pinterest in your cabinet or wherever you keep your little books there and things.
Yeah, so the Christmas Showcase itself will be November the 11th. So there's 2 showings, 1:30 and 6:30.
Yeah.
Come on out, check out what the presenters have to do. They've tried some new projects this year, and they always give you the, hey, don't do this, or this really works great. And so those tickets will go on sale September the 1st.
Yeah.
They're $5, get you in the door. It's a great date night or girls' night out.
Absolutely, yeah.
Make it feed you a little bit, and you get to enjoy
make it
some
your friend
laughs.
thing or whatever. But it really is. It's got great ideas, and the people, and I'm telling you, they're people that year in year out, so they can get the new book and have it. So it has a bit of a following. So just for your own peace of mind, when reservations open up here September 1. Go ahead and get her done now. That way you don't have to worry about when November hits and you're like, oh, did I sign up? I don't remember. And they'll do everything to get it many, but there's a finite number of books and a finite number of spaces. So first come, first served.
Absolutely.
But it is one of the more popular ones too here. So what's next on the radar here?
So as always, they can join us for 4-H Day at the library.
Yes.
So we're at the Roswell Public Library the second Wednesday of every month. So this next month, we're learning all about dogs. So if they've got some pets at home, they maybe need help training or need to learn about, that's a great time to come join us.
Yeah.
With Hagerman's schedule, because they went to 4 days,
now,
school days.
They probably want you to leave the pets at home, right?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Don't bring a dog with you or a cat with you or nothing. Okay. Just want to clarify. All the times you got a bunch of people.
That would be interesting. Yes.
The Hagerman Library has gone to the dogs all of a sudden.
Yeah. So Hagerman's changed just a little bit. They can find us in Hagerman now on the third Wednesday, the third Friday in the morning.
Okay.
At 9 o'clock in the morning
Very
in
good.
Hagerman.
So come out and then, like I said, get the and I know like a lot of families like to use a pet as kind of that responsibility moment for kids when they hit a certain age. It's like, okay, you want a dog, but guess what? You're going to feed it. You're going to clean up after it, et cetera, et cetera. We all know what happens is they forget to feed, and parents, that's just part of the deal. But you can use this as maybe part of that responsibility thing. It's okay, we can do it, but you got to go to the training class here at the library and, make it, stress a little more importance to them that how it is important that, if you do have this pet, you have to take care of it. And here's why, it's a living thing.
Right. Very important.
Yeah. So, use that. That's a great thing is in library and of course the extension office, they all got all kinds of tools that want to help families if they're, for those moments in life when you're doing some of those teaching responsibility, teaching things. There's a lot of tools that can help you get those messages across to your families. So, and utilize them.
Well, and if the kids are interested, we're winding down the 4-H year, but now is a great time. If they're interested in 4-H, come check out the fairs, obviously, see what the kids can do. But now's a great time to visit clubs.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I know, like if you want to talk to 4-H at the Eastern New Mexico State Fair, you go to the ice cream shop. That's where they're always
We
at.
will be there, yes.
But I didn't know, do you guys actually have, in the commercial building or the education building, a booth where people can come and ask questions or anything like that?
So not necessarily. It's at the ice cream. So we do have the 4-H exhibits are over in the educational hall and stuff like that. But if you want to catch us, most of our kids are in their livestock pens. The agents are walking around, but you're bound and determined.
So if you
to
want
catch
4-H information, go have a milkshake or an ice cream or something. And
visit with the kids.
Visit there, and it's a reward you'll be thankful for later. I mean, I wish I was lying. I'm not. Every fair I go, I'm there. I'm hitting that ice cream shop. That's just there's not an option. That's what we're doing before. I don't care. I could literally be, I've been thrown up all day, but we're still hitting the ice cream.
Still getting ice cream from the kids.
It's just, I cannot walk around a fair without an ice cream cone or a milkshake or something. It's just, I love a good corn dog as much as the next guy, but it's got to be the cone.
They appreciate it.
And I will, I will continue to get diabetes from that.
Get the small and only have it once.
Yeah, space it out over the week. Don't get all of it at one time. But it is pretty cool that did it. Something else I want to mention. You talking extension clubs too, for adults. We call it jokingly 4-H for adults here, but there's several extension clubs that are now formed and are doing their thing. However, there's always room for more. If you're interested in joining those clubs, or perhaps you have an interest, a hobby or whatever it is, and you would like to connect with other people that have said interest and hobby. Maybe we can start an extension club through the extension office here. And, it's like, hey, maybe you got a bunch of people that, play bridge or something. And you say, hey, we'll start a bridge club. And then every, whatever day works for everybody, you come meet and play bridge and chit-chat, socialize. And
and you still get all the trainings and the educational opportunities that we offer.
Yeah. And so if you've got a group or want to start a group, reach out to the extension office. And I'm curious when the new place opens up, are they going to have, more rooms to do kind of meeting spaces and things like that?
So we don't
guys,
necessarily have more rooms, but we have a bigger room.
A bigger place.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Okay.
So we're going to have
So
a
more
bigger
space
kitchen.
just to
Yeah,
yeah.
so we can actually have two facilities,
Nice.
two events going at once.
So if you want to get in on the ground floor of the new place with your extension club, now's the time to start putting it together and all. What's the timetable on you guys moving in? Are they giving you one yet?
Hopefully next month.
Next month. We're a
Yes.
month out.
So we should be for sure in by the end of the year.
Right about the time when the fair's going.
It is. Yeah. I asked special permission if we could just move room by room so that
Right.
we could still find things when it came fair time.
It's always weird how things like that happen. Like it's almost same here too. Like inside baseball, we're flipping over some automation systems here for the basically the radio stations and what the software that plays them. And we're like, yeah, let's do it right now. Oh, by the way, first football games are Friday. We got 20.
Yep.
It just happens that way, doesn't it? But there is so many opportunities here. As far as the diabetes stuff, is there anything to sign up for in the fall, or is that all pretty much spring stuff?
So that'll be in the spring. So our Prevent T2 class is going to start over in January, and we're going to add some new components to that this year. So if they've taken it before, take it again with us next year. There'll be lots of new things coming up with that program, and that should start opening for registration and stuff probably within the next couple of weeks.
Okay.
And then our Kitchen Creations, which is our cooking school for those with diabetes, will take place in March again this year.
That one's fun because you get to eat and you get to cook and you get to do stuff. And it's very popular. First come, first serve. You might want to get on the stick on that one pretty early, too. So same with the diabetes.
And we're going to try to do some recipe sampling and testing and things like that as part of the Prevent T2 program as well, so that they get both sides of that.
Well, you get incentive, right? It's got to make this fun. It's going to be a new lifestyle. We got to have fun with it.
Absolutely.
But in the meantime, say you're, recently diagnosed or dealing with that stuff, please check in with the extension office. They've got lots of resources of information and things for you to help you in the meantime. And then as soon as these windows open up for you to sign up, just be on the horn and sign up for those classes. And here in the spring or winter or whatever you want to call that, we'll get you going here.
Yes.
So, absolutely. But it really is and the great thing about the T2 prevention class, it's doing lifestyle changes like this, very hard to do alone, especially if, like, say you're the mom or the dad, and then they've got a diet, the kids have a different diet, and then you got to try to live that world where, okay, the family gets to eat lasagna. I can't do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just change that lasagna just a little bit. Add some zucchini as noodles.
Yeah, and so this has really helped you. And so you're also going to be in this class with people that are also dealing with the same thing you are. You can hold each other not only accountable, but for support, for strength to get through the weak moments and everything else.
Well, and it's a great opportunity to get tips and tricks from everybody else that, like you said, in this exact same boat.
Yeah.
It is a year-long program, and we do meet weekly there towards the beginning, and then we kind of taper off throughout the year. So we start you out with a good foundation.
As you learn your routines and your, kind of how you do it, then we kind of back off a little bit. But as you're kind of getting set in your ways, we need to communicate more. That's kind of the logic there, I'm thinking. Yeah.
Well, and get them really started off on a great foundation so that they can make those decisions on their own as well. But it's a program that looks at a little bit of everything. So we go through exercise, we go through food and nutrition, we go through stress and sleep and all those things that we don't think about that affect our diet.
Yeah. Well, and that's, when you deal with diabetes or pre-diabetes, and it's and to be honest, there's other triggers than food sometimes. It's,
absolutely.
It's other things in your medical history or the time you eat the food, or it really does. It's like, okay, it's the body's a complex thing, and then and it's a delicate dance, and sometimes if some variables off a little bit, it can throw everything out of whack, and of course, the old methods, people are like, well, that's your fault. You eat too much fatty. You know what I mean? They kind of, now we're like, well,
maybe we need to look at stress level. Maybe we need to look at a little bit more sleep.
And let's be honest, too. We're gone through a generation of people where you think a hamburger's a hamburger, but in
It's
today's world, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so you think you're getting one thing, but you're getting something else, and then the numbers tell you, ooh,
There are
that's
so
not
many
what you're getting.
additives in our preserved foods, and that's anything that comes in a box or ready-made.
Yeah, and that does come into play for diabetes and stuff. It really
Absolutely.
does. And so that's why a class like this is really good to learn that, to know, what are going to be. And look, life happens. You're going to eat these things sometimes. But but the more you know and the more you can avoid it or eat less of it or eat it at a time that's not going to impact you as, say at a different time of day.
Combine it with a different food or something that helps balance out the sugar levels.
Yeah, there's so many different ways to get around this here, and that's why this class is so good. So please sign up for this, because I understand you can get frustrated. You get, man, oh, screw it, I'm just going to eat. Doesn't matter. I can eat healthy and the numbers don't change. I eat thing and the numbers don't change. I'm just going to do what I want. No. We just got to find the dance that's going to make your body and the foods work together.
Absolutely.
And that's what it is. And so it's not about you all the time. And okay. Now, if you're eating a whole loaf of toast every day and everything else, all right, that does come into play here. But a lot of times, there's people that do it and they really don't eat large quantities. They're not eating what they think they're eating, or they're eating it at weird times, or they're, it's just, that's generally what the problem is. And so, but anyway, these classes and these things teach you that, and you understand it. And once you understand it, diabetes management is relatively easy. You just got to know the magic formula to navigate your day with it. That's what the class teaches you and helps you do that. So please, if you're dealing with that stuff, use the extension office as a resource. In the meantime, talk with Tamara, talk to the other folks there, let them point you to different websites and links and documents and things that get you going. And shoot, by the time you start here in January, you might be there, being one of the main helpers and kind of helping people that where you're sitting at now, kind of thing. You know what I mean? So it's a really great thing. And I'm going to take a stab that you see people like at the beginning and then you see by the end. And, I'm going to take a stab to probably a little bummed, a little bit overwhelmed at the beginning. By the end, we got this. This is good. This is friend. And then they got some friends too, by the way, that they have lunch dates still and all that kind of stuff. It is a great class. And now's the time to think about it and get her signed up in the start of the year here.
Yes.
So. What else do we got, or did we cover?
The only other plug
getting on
that
Rants
I have,
and Reeves.
Yeah, the only other plug that I have is our ag position is open in the office. So if bugs, plants, dirts, or anything ag related is up their alley, check out the careers on NMSU.
Yeah, come
join
by
the team.
and see it. There's a put it this way: you're a very popular person in the area.
You are.
A lot of folks have a lot of questions for you all the time when it comes to things crawling around their gardens, or things they don't want crawling around their gardens, or why is my garden not growing?
I've had some of those calls this week.
Yes, and I know, just talking with like Roswell seeing these folks, the flooding and the weed issue.
They did some weird things.
It's scratching heads to some folks out in the ag world right now. So we're all trying to navigate it together. Again, it's kind of like the diabetes thing. It's that right mix of this weed here and that here, and we got a mess on our hands.
Oh, I was telling, even on the personal side, we have some weeds out at the farm that I've never seen out there before.
Hopefully weed enforcement, code enforcement's giving a little bit of a break. It's like, all right, we're dealing with some, I get it. We got to do our thing, but it's like, all right, we're trying here, but we're fighting a gnarly one here. If you have any questions about anything dealing with the extension office, you can always come by the office.
Absolutely.
200 East Chisholm for the moment.
Sweet number 4 for the moment.
For the moment. But here in about a month or so, we'll be moving there. Of course, what's the phone number over there?
622-3210.
And, of course, you can, I always recommend you can like and follow on Facebook. It's through NMSU. The extension office program is through New Mexico State University. So if you literally type in NMSU, Chavez County Extension, anything of that nature in Facebook, you'll see a couple pages, the 4-H pages, the ag pages, or several different pages there. Like and follow those. That way when these various, like when the Christmas showcase sign-ups start popping up, you'll get that reminder, ooh, time to sign up, or when the T2 Prevent Diabetes classes pop up, oh, that reminder, time to sign up for that, or the kitchen crate, any of the stuff. Or, extension clubs. Hey, we got a new extension club. You ping pong players out there or whatever it is, come on down.
And we usually post every Wednesday on those social media pages on events and things coming up. So it's a great way to stay tuned into what we're doing.
And obviously with the ag world and stuff, and there's, certain things getting out there or, weevil information or whatever, that's a great resource for all that too.
Absolutely.
Because Drew or whoever will be manning that post here in a bit will be sharing all those things.
And I will say that we've got a lot of questions for pesticides, CEUs, and things like that coming up. And so those are coming up. Stay tuned. We should have some dates out to everybody shortly, but those will be in November.
Yeah, but I know usually around this time, end of year, first of year is about the time they start that kind of stuff up. Same thing. And then I'm going to take a stab too. That's when the Master Gardener classes will start up here at the first of the year too, right? Usually
I think they start up in January, but the application is on our website.
Okay.
And so that will be something that, yes, come this fall, they really want to look
into.
And
if you really want to get in depth on gardening knowledge, that's going to be the class for you. It's you get a full education on, again, kind of like the T2 diabetes, what mixes well in the soils here, what don't, that next level of getting your plants and produce looking and tasting the way you want it to. Good deal. Did we get it all?
I think that's it.
Excellent. And of course, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to call and of course, have fun at the fair.
Thank you. Yeah.
Do you get sick of fair food? Because I can't imagine that's possible, but
I don't eat out at the fair a lot.
Okay. I didn't know if there was all right, at least every fair I eat this thing.
So, Mom and I's tradition, because I grew up here, so we grew up going to Eastern, and we would have to have, a funnel cake every year.
Yeah.
She still goes, can we go get a funnel cake?
Well, that hits a note, the funnel cake. You can't. I mean, that's generational too. You know what I mean? So yeah, I can't. What's the fruit, the topping of choice?
So I don't get any topping on
it.
Oh,
you go au natural. Nice. I'd like it too, au natural, but it's pretty good with the blueberry.
Oh.
Yeah. Then I pretend I'm eating fruit, so it's healthy.
There you go. There you go. It's all about moderation, right?
That's right. Very good. Well, thank you, Tamara.
Thank you.
We'll see you next time here. And when you get moved in and settle and take some pics because the new digs, we'll share everybody. So here's my new office.
Right.
And everything else. See what you're missing. But it'd be great. So thank you, Tamara.
Thank you.
We'll see you next time. It is 8:51. Let's pause for news. Your Chaves County sports. Your Red Apple market update and commercials to pay for lunch. Don't go away.
Now for your Pecos Valley news update, I'm Jared Cirillo. Over the weekend, Artesia Clean and Beautiful held the dedication ceremony for the Eagle Draw Community Mural. The city is expressing gratitude to everyone who came out and helped paint the longest mural in town. Don't forget, you can follow along on the Artesia Rec Center project on YouTube. Over the past few months, the city's contractors have been putting out weekly videos showing each step of the construction process. Stay up to date on the project and also watch how it all started from the very beginning. Just search Artesia Rec Center on YouTube. The National Farm to Cafeteria Conference is scheduled at the Albuquerque Convention Center in December on the 1st through 4th, hosted by the National Farm to School Network. With support from New Mexico partners, including Farm to Table, the conference is the premier event for anyone passionate about bringing local food to institutional settings and driving positive change in the food system. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo.
It's time for the Chaves County Sports Report. We got some soccer going on. In fact, there was a game last night. The Goddard Rockets played host to the Clovis Wildcats, and this was a close game and a low-scoring one. It was Clovis winning by a score of 1-0. The goal came in the second half. So Goddard will have to lick its wounds and get right back out at it. They'll be hosting Roswell on a Thursday at 4 o'clock. Meanwhile, the Coyotes get their season started tonight against NMMI. NMMI, the defending state champ in Class 3A, Roswell, will be playing at the Colts home field at 6 o'clock. And you've got girls soccer going on tonight as well. It's the season opener for both Goddard and Roswell. Yeah, they're playing each other. Game time starts at 4 o'clock this afternoon. The Sports Report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at Roswell Talk FM 106.5.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We have a little bit of that monsoon air getting into our area today, so we do have a slight chance of a shower or thunderstorm. Some sunshine, though. We're headed for the mid and upper 90s. Overnight, a few showers hanging around. Will be in the upper 60s to about 70, and then about the same for Wednesday. Scattered afternoon showers and thunderstorms. Mix of sun and clouds, mid 90s. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
All across America, this is the Red Apple Audio Network's Market Report, sponsored by Abacus Global Management.
Good morning. While after stock averages were basically flat, they may be more active now the rest of the week when big, important non-tech companies report their earnings and their forecasts. These companies show how households are spending or cutting back. The reports coming out this week now include earnings and forecasts from Walmart and Target, Home Depot and Lowe's, TJX Marshalls and Home Goods, and Ross Stores. And also Jay Powell will speak on interest rates later this week. A handful of big tech companies have been dominating the high stock market because of a boom in spending around artificial intelligence. The effect tariffs will have on prices is still being debated. We'll see. There are reports that some tariff deals might be delayed for further clarification of the broad general agreements that were agreed to verbally. Novo Nordisk will cut the cost of its Ozempic diabetes treatment by more than half the list price for those who pay cash. This is one of the first responses to President Trump asking drug companies to lower their prices. CNBC says job hopping has become job hugging now with slow hiring. With business, I'm Joe Connolly.
This is the Red Apple Audio Network's Market Report, sponsored by Abacus Global Management.
What if the future of finance wasn't built around averages, but around you? At Abacus Global Management, we're reshaping financial planning around the most personal data point, your lifespan. But it's more than just insight, it's control. As a technology-driven asset manager, we're empowering investors with an integrated system to take command of your time, your future, your financial destiny. This is a new era of investing. Take control at abacusgm.com.
Roswell, your used car dealership, is here. Tate Branch Roswell. Come experience the Tate Branch difference. We've got a huge selection of quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs, all at great prices with big discounts happening right now. And here's the best part. Every single used vehicle comes with our lifetime powertrain warranty at no extra cost. It's all backed by friendly hometown customer service that puts you first every time. So don't wait. Head to Tate Branch Roswell, 2000 West 2nd Street, and drive home happy today. Tate Branch Roswell. Come experience the difference.
Did you know almost 75% of the time we're replacing a roof, something totally weird or unexpected or bizarre happens? Jennifer here again from Trustmark Roofing, and I want you to know that we are always prepared for the unexpected. That's why we always have project superintendent on site at your home at all times to handle those weird, bizarre things as they pop up. Things like an unexpected layer of wood shake shingles under your shingles or rotted out decking boards, problems with flashing or ridges, or missing supplies that somebody needs to chase down. These are the kinds of problems that normally grind the crews from other roofing companies to a halt and delay the project. But not with our super awesome superintendent there. He's equipped to handle any problem and keep the project moving along smoothly. Just one more way we do things better at Trustmark Roofing. If you have any roofing needs, call us at 575-755-ROOF or find us online at trustmarkroofpros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
How do you find a roofing contractor you can trust? You can randomly pick one, cross your fingers and hope for the best, or maybe you can ask a psychic to predict who's trustworthy. Here's a better idea. Choose one who prefers using America's most trusted roofing brand, Owens Corning. And rest easy, because Owens Corning screens their contractors for reliability, professionalism, and customer service. Why take any chances? Owens Corning, trusted contractors, proven products. For an Owens Corning preferred contractor, visit owenscorning.com/roofing.
For a free estimate, give Do Right Roofing a call today, 575-623-2273.
Find them fast in names and numbers.
When you or a loved one need medical transport, TransAero answers the call. Trans-Aero Medevac operates 3 rotorcraft bases and 1 fixed-wing base in southeastern New Mexico, allowing them to respond quickly to emergencies across diverse terrains. Their fleet extends coverage deep into New Mexico and West Texas, including Artesia, Carlsbad, Roswell, Ruidoso, Midland, Lubbock, and the surrounding areas, ready to answer the call when every second counts. Trans-Aero Medevac, proudly serving southeastern New Mexico and West Texas. Flown for free, thanks to the partnership from the City of Artesia and Trans-Aero Medevac. Life support by air.
Bill Cunningham is now in Roswell on 106.5 FM KEND Roswell.
And we're closing in on 9 o'clock. Town Hall News is up next. Stay tuned next hour. Elliot Rodriguez with Loan Depot will join us for his monthly conversation, and we'll also do news and all the other good stuff as well. We'll be back on the other side. You are listening to 106.5, Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, or Roswell, New Mexico. We'll be back. Don't go away.
Breaking news this hour from Town Hall. I'm Rich Thomason. European leaders tell President Trump they want a Ukraine ceasefire. They're also welcoming U.S. security guarantees for Ukraine once the war comes to an end.
During high-level White House talks with NATO and European leaders, President Trump said ending the Russia-Ukraine war is within reach.
This is something that's very attainable.
Ukrainian President Zelensky welcomed a meeting with Russia's Vladimir Putin, while German Chancellor Merz emphasized quickly halting the violence.
To be honest, we all would like to see a ceasefire.
And the NATO secretary said Europe views U.S. support for Ukrainian security guarantees as a breakthrough. Greg Clugston, the White House.
House Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer says Friday is the day. He says the Justice Department will start handing over Jeffrey Epstein-related files. Protest in Sacramento over a controversial bill pending in the California Assembly. It's legislation that opponents call a child trafficker's dream.
The legislation, AB 495, would significantly expand the range of adults who can fill out a child's caregiver's authorization affidavit. Southern California Pastor Jack Hibbs has called it, quote, the most dangerous bill we've ever seen, unquote. He's leading a rally at the state capitol today. He says AB 495 is a dangerous bill that puts every child at risk. The Alliance Defending Freedom argues that AB 495 is likely unconstitutional. This is Larry Marino reporting.
3-day strike by Air Canada flight attendants is coming to an end. The Flight Attendants Union says a tentative contract agreement has been reached. The walkout upended the plans of thousands of air travelers all across North America. On Wall Street this hour, the Dow trading about 267 points higher, the NASDAQ down 175. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call low-cost airlines. Their prices are direct from the airlines, and they're so low you can't find these fares published anywhere. They specialize in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rental rates, and great package deals anywhere around the world. Wherever you want to go, they can help you get there cheaply and with a best price guarantee. If you want the lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available. So don't wait. Call right now for the lowest travel prices anywhere and for great last-minute travel deals, too.
Call 866-755-5300. That's 866-755-5300. Again, that's 866-755-5300. Call us right now.
A woman charged with selling actor Matthew Perry the ketamine that killed him has agreed to plead guilty.
Prosecutors say Jasmine Sanger was known to her clients as the ketamine queen. According to her plea agreement, she worked with an intermediary to provide vials of the prescription anesthetic to Matthew Perry's personal assistant, who injected the Friends star with the drug. Matthew Perry was found dead in a jacuzzi at his Los Angeles home in October 2023, and a raid of Jasmine Sanger's Hollywood apartment led to officers recovering ecstasy tablets, cocaine, methamphetamine, and other drugs. 4 other people, 2 of them doctors, who were accused of supplying ketamine to Matthew Perry, have also pleaded guilty.
The BBC's David Willis. A coach at a facility in Iowa that has trained Olympic champions faces allegations that he abused young female gymnasts during the training. News and analysis, townhall.com. Outer space emerging as the world's next battlefield.
That's been demonstrated by recent cyber attacks on satellites blamed on Russia. National security officials have said the Kremlin also is seeking to develop a space-based weapon that could knock out American satellites, potentially devastating the U.S. economy while leaving the country vulnerable to military attack. Officials in Washington are taking notice, investing in greater efforts to defend U.S. satellites while countering threats from China and Russia. Keith Peters, Washington.
Missouri's Attorney General is moving on to take a leadership post for the FBI. Republican AG Andrew Bailey says he's resigning effective September 8th and will serve as co-deputy director at the Bureau. Bailey has been a strong supporter of President Trump. He recently defended the state's pro-life regulations in the face of a new pro-abortion constitutional amendment. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel witch and what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 3.
Chris Indianos.
The singing version.
I had that song stuck. It was that Evil Woman? Oh, back to you. Do 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 do. Evil woman.
Yeah.
Evil woman. Na 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 na. Evil woman.
Got a whole concert going on up there. Happy Tuesday.
Yeah, welcome to it. Second day of the rest of your life. Get up, get at 'em, do something about it.
Hopefully you're not an evil woman.
I saw something interesting over the weekend. It's a 3-part documentary, a docuseries on Netflix. It's called Fit for TV.
Okay.
You see?
Oh, is this? I saw the trailer for it. This is the thing about The Biggest Loser, right?
Yeah. It is. Now, I was a pretty big fan, pardon pun included, intended, of The Biggest Loser when it was running.
It was very popular.
And I knew a little bit about some of these controversies, but some of the stuff they talk about in here, I mean, it's absolutely insane. For example, they had a doctor on site, on set, who was basically saying whether or not you could go and compete, whether or not you can go and work out. And there was this one person who stayed on the show, but wasn't cleared to work out.
Okay.
So over the course of the season, she started developing this resentment from all of the other people. She was doing workouts on her own and was still showing numbers. Her numbers were still falling. But she was also outing herself of challenges and stuff. Like, if you want to participate, step forward, and everybody would step forward, and she was just standing there.
Right.
And essentially, she got ousted off the show, and people to this day can't. She was getting death threats and stuff.
Oh wow.
But the breakdown is in the 3rd episode. They really get into the nitty gritty of it, which is the reason, because basically people would go on this show. You'd lose in one case of the guy who was the main focus of the series.
Right.
He lost like 274 pounds.
Okay.
Over the course of like 11 weeks.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's very quick.
That's insane. I think they said it was like 3.5 months is what it works out to.
That's insane. That's almost unhealthily quick.
And then in the first episode, they cut to the guy in the interview, and he's bigger now than he was when he went on the show.
Huh.
And they said a lot of that is because part of it's because you lose the support system of people constantly checking in on you, the constant weigh-ins,
Right.
and the nutritionals, like the money,
Sure.
all your meals being paid for essentially.
Basically, you didn't have to have willpower. Everyone else did that for you. Now you're on your own. It's back to willpower.
But the big thing that they reveal in the third episode is the regimen that these people go under of like calorie restriction and working out 8, 9, 10 hours a day. It changed these people from a metabolic level. Like it completely obliterated their metabolism to the point where they were like, this one guy was maintaining a 1,200 calorie a day diet. He was working out 2.5 hours, like 6 times a week. This is after the show.
Right.
And he continued to gain and gain
wow.
and gain and gain. Like to the point where he gained like 60 pounds within 6 months off a 1,200 calorie a day diet.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It completely ruined these people. It's a real, like it's a roller coaster story to watch because you feel for these people, these stories, but man, and then a lot of it, people were coming down on those contestants for putting those pounds back on.
Right.
It's like you worked so hard to
It's
get
their
it off.
fault. Yeah.
Like it's all, and exactly, it was there was no support from the network or no support from the show. A lot of these people, like there was one of the stories, they ended up committing suicide because they just couldn't take it anymore. It was such a burden on them,
right,
of trying to maintain this thing and this look. And then it gets into like the coaches. Doc Bob was one of them, and then the other one was Jillian Michaels.
Oh.
And you see a side of Jillian Michaels that I don't think was okay. I mean, she was mean.
Well, she was known to be mean.
She's known to be mean, but she was like when people were done with their workouts, she'd be off to the side and they'd show her on set, like hugging them and, you did great. You're doing a great job. And then the cameras would cut and they had this like added footage where she's like, you're nothing. You're scum. Wow. You're the reason our team is like just constantly lambasting these people.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where's she at today?
Last I heard, she did an interview with Thomas DeLauer a couple of years ago, and I think she just does training now. Still,
okay, like she's not quote unquote a celebrity.
Not
anymore.
really.
She
No.
just probably is a gym trainer.
Everybody from that show pretty much faded into obscurity. I'd say the most famous face off of that show was Allison Sweeney.
Oh yeah,
just because she kind of had fame coming in from the soap operas
from
and all
being
that.
an actress and everything. Yeah. Well, and I know that Jillian, she did have a bit of a rise in her career either after or during, because she had her own line of workout
like
thing.
videos and
So I guess all that went away, huh?
Yeah, once all the controversy kind of came out, and they basically said at the end of the documentary that everyone who was involved with this was reached out to discuss, or the producers were, and nobody responded. Nobody responded to requests.
Do you think we're gonna? Because this is now that I'm 50 and I remember these shows, and now we're at the time they were very popular and very anything for ratings. Anything, we all kind of know reality TV isn't the reality that we think it is, and all. We've learned these lessons over the years. I'm kind of like 20 years from now, what shows are we watching now that are into that's going to be these tell-all behind the things? And I wonder if it's going to be like, what's my money? My money's leaning on Gordon Ramsay, but I don't know.
I could see that for sure. I could absolutely.
I'm trying to figure out which one's going to be the one that we're all like, wow.
Any of the family vlog style TV. Like I would love to see the.
Well, some of those didn't even get out of the 2000s with the controversies. I mean, they got the
like Honey
the
Movie
Duggar
version,
one and there's a couple of them.
I want to see the tell-all from the roll-offs, like the
That would
story
be an
behind the
interesting
scenes
one.
of Little People Big World.
Yeah, there's layers to that one. Because there's people that were on the show at the very beginning that want nothing to do with it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing with Survivor. Like you go back and there's documentaries of, how production manipulation led, people to receiving again death threats and other, which by the way, people need to calm down.
Yeah.
Somebody makes
TV
one
shows.
mistake on a reality show. Can we please stop trying to threaten them with their lives?
Well, I know like some of your quote unquote reality show villains, your Pucks, your
Johnny Fairplay.
I was like the dude from Survivor, Johnny Fairplay. Those guys of the world, they legit do like get heel turn stuff like from wrestling,
they live for
at
the
bars
heat.
and socialize. Yeah. And I mean, yes, okay, if this is your maybe you're entitled to some of that on a you know what I mean? But yeah, to issue death threats, to hunt people, to stalk it, that's just
that's
people need to calm down.
That's the really terrifying part of like, so I thought it was funny when I watched it at the time, but looking back on, the whole Shia LaBeouf, he will not replace us thing.
Yeah.
From the first Trump presidency, basically, he was doing this protest. Shia LaBeouf was doing this protest in New York City.
Yeah.
And
I vaguely remember him.
He was like in front of people and he had this whole display and people were coming and like throwing things at him and ruining it. So then he moved it to like an off-site place. And then like I watched this whole documentary on it. Basically, people on 4chan were using, at one point he was just in a nondescript room. It was a nondescript room with just a flag hanging. And people used the shadows from cloud formations from a nearby window to triangulate the city and the area, and then finally the building that he was in. It's terrifying what people can do with so little information.
The internet investigators, yeah, man. Well, and I mean, I ain't gonna lie, Netflix has a whole category of television just devoted to literally those people.
Yeah.
I know there's at least a half dozen documentaries on there about some murder mystery or something, and it's the internet investigators that are the ones that find the truth.
Yeah, dudes on 4chan who have way too much free time and can like figure stuff out like that.
Although some of those documentaries show that it's also good and very bad. Like where there's times where these people have screwed up the actual investigation.
Right.
It's like, all right, you're now messing with the actual investigation. You need to stop.
It's time for you to back off and let the FBI do what the FBI do.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where it's like, it strikes me as funny that Vladimir Putin travels with a poop briefcase.
Yeah.
But at the same time, knowing what's out there, I understand. I don't want somebody sifting through my dookie to figure out what's going on inside me. Hell, I don't even know what's going on inside me. I don't want them to know.
If you find out, don't tell me.
Exactly. Be the worst way to find out. This man is dying in 6 months. Wait, what?
Of course, Russians, they're always known for the people that are enemies of them just get poisoned all of a sudden.
They defenestrate. They jump out a window for some reason. They're just they fell down an elevator shaft onto some bullets.
Yeah, had himself an accident. But so I can understand his paranoia when you play that game.
Yeah,
paranoia comes back. It's gonna
makes sense.
The Gators get got at some point,
right?
That's usually how it ends.
You know what to watch out for because you are the one to watch out for most of the time.
Exactly. So, but the whole reality. But I'm just I would be curious. Like I'm trying to think because Gordon Ramsay does seem so. I'm just but he did get into the industry with a history of being a mean, crass person, and then now he's famous. It's almost mocking when he does it,
I'll give you a great example of kind of what you're talking about of in 10 years, what are we going to find out?
Yeah.
One of the best examples of that is the stuff that's gone down over the last 3 years or so with Nickelodeon and Dan Snyder and all the stuff that's been coming out from those early days of when I was a kid growing up watching all that, Kenan and Kel and all these things, not knowing what was happening, the sordid stuff that was happening in the background over here. It's definitely it's eye-opening.
I just had a thought. You know what our next, say 20 years from now, whenever it is, that version could be? Just a hunch. I have no evidence, just the recipe matches. Food Network stars and these Food Network thing and all, because I got a feeling, because that's their whole, like, literally Food Network is, they've created their own panels of stars. You know, they got a couple ins, you know, it's, you know, but everything's either going to be Guy Fieri or,
well, it's like all that stuff with
Bobby Flay. You know, they got their top tier stars, but then there's everybody that's like in their tournaments of champions and their Iron Chefs, and these people are kind of big chefs. But I got a feeling there's some weird hierarchy, pecking order, what chefs get in the club, which ones don't. And I'm going to take a stab that we're going to find out years later there's some debacle thing going on back
now.
there.
Okay, this is where I speculate wildly. I probably shouldn't.
Right.
But
I just did.
I can't remember the lady's name, but and I hate to speak ill. I'm not speaking ill of the dead, but the woman who just recently passed.
Annie.
Yeah, with the white hair.
Yes.
I have a feeling there was probably some skeletons in that closet that may come out someday. It's got. I mean,
well,
obviously,
it
we'll take time.
Finally ruled a suicide, right?
I can't remember exactly.
No, I think it is. I think
suicide?
just like a week ago, they finally like this was just recently that they said officially it was a suicide.
Well, because she's had like public falling outs with other Food Network shows.
Well, and the part that creeps me out is that you know, I watch TV, and so I see a lot of commercials. Matter of fact, one show I like the food truck show they do on Sunday night. So I see a lot of commercials for Food Network shows, and I'm sorry, it's off-putting because right now is a new season for that Worst Cooks in America show, and she was like one of the star chefs of that show.
Yeah, major.
And
part
so
of it.
they're just showing these promos for that show, and she's walking around. They got pictures of her as the star of the show. And they're like, can we not read the elephant in the room that she's no longer with us?
But I have a feeling that maybe they're doing that intentionally, as in they're going to use this season to pay homage.
Well, I know, and I haven't. Maybe that's what they're doing on the actual episodes, but it just to watch the commercials for a show and to not even acknowledge. I don't. And what are you going to say in either way? So acknowledging it's not right either. It's just because then it was sensationalizing. But it just feels weird to me to be. Watching a commercial is
not that I've seen yet.
Okay,
No.
it's like is Elliot here because I am stretching.
Yeah,
but I just can't imagine. You know, it just seems off-putting. I'm like, she just died. And now it's like it almost feels like you know what? I'm almost like if I'm Food Network, we really want to put this on.
Right.
Maybe we should wait a season.
It feels like maybe we're like you know profiting off of it. But
it's I don't know. There's no right answer.
One would argue maybe that's how she would want. It to be portrayed.
He's almost there.
There you go. The one I'm curious about is the Food Network stars, yes, but the upper echelon of food stars, i.e., I feel like right now we're kind of in that sweet spot of people have very fond memories of Anthony Bourdain.
Sure.
But I feel like in maybe 10, 15 years, we start finding out a lot more interesting things. Him and the other one that I'm very curious about, because I watched an interview recently with him that was kind of like off of any of like the Food Network zeitgeist, is Andrew Zimmern.
He was homeless.
Yeah, he was homeless.
Yeah.
He was a drug addict. He was
I knew
stealing
his
from
story.
his family.
Yeah, I knew he had a dark story.
So there's a whole thing, and he got taken in by essentially this chef, and like just kind of took underneath him and learned the craft essentially.
Which I imagine his time being homeless and a drug addict probably served him well as the bizarre foods guy.
Oh, yeah.
Eating bugs from or whatever weirdness that he would eat.
Right.
Probably had the intestines of a cast iron skillet, and so because he ate probably garbage and stuff as a homeless person.
I'm sure.
So he's like, food from the rainforest, bring it on, whatever. Water in Mexico, I'll drink it by the gallon,
Yeah, it was a rough up and coming for him. So I'd be real curious to kind of see the biopic maybe of the Andrew Zimmern story.
Yeah.
Get Kevin James to play Andrew Zimmern.
But now I want to picture it like I don't know if you ever watched any of it, but there was that Julia Child show on HBO.
I never watched it, but yeah, I know the show you're talking about.
I feel it filmed just like that, but with Kevin James as Zimmer. And he's almost got like that accent that because Zimmer has a weird It's not foreign, but it's like, is he from like Minnesota or something?
I think
maybe
he's from like that.
It's got one of those going on there. So, but anyway, Elliot Rodriguez with Loan Depot is here, so let's get her going. 9:23. Here is your weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We have a little bit of that monsoon air getting into our area today, so we do have a slight chance of a shower or thunderstorm. Some sunshine, though. We're headed for the mid and upper 90s. Overnight, a few showers hanging around. We'll be in the upper 60s to about 70, and then about the same for Wednesday. Scattered afternoon showers and thunderstorms. Mix of sun and clouds, mid 90s. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 73 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 69%. Winds currently out of the northeast at 8 miles per hour. For today, there is a 20% chance at showers and thunderstorms, mainly after 3 p.m. today. Mostly sunny, 94 the expected high. Winds out of the east, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, 30% chance of showers, mainly before midnight. Partly cloudy. Overnight low of 69 degrees. Southeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Wednesday, 20% chance at afternoon showers, mostly sunny, 93 for a high. Winds out of the east 5 to 10 miles per hour. Partly cloudy tomorrow night, overnight low of 68 with east winds 5 to 10. And then looking at the rest of the week, Thursday sunny and 95, Friday sunny and 95, Saturday sunny and 95, sunny and 94 on Sunday. So just to change it up. All right, it is 9:25. We're going to take a 3.5-minute break, and then Elliot Rodriguez with Loan Depot will join us on the other side of the break. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Hey, Roswell, trade up to a new Ford or quality pre-owned vehicle for less during the final days of the summer clearance event at Roswell Ford. Right now, save big with clearance prices on new Fords with 0% APR and make no payments for 90 days. Your friends at Roswell Ford make upgrading to a new Ford or quality pre-owned vehicle for less super fun, super fast, and super easy. If you're making payments on your current vehicle and want out early, Roswell Ford will do whatever it takes to free you from your trade, even if you owe thousands more than it's worth. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. Roswell Ford has partnered with more aggressive lenders that will push to approve your credit, even if it's less than perfect. Get huge American-made savings, more for your trade, and a better buying experience. Get on board at Roswell Ford, because we'll do whatever it takes to make a deal. 821 North Main Street in beautiful Roswell. Call 575-623-3673 or online at roswellford.com. 0 APR for 48 months is $20.83 per thousand finance. Interest accrues from date of sale, subject to lender approval on select vehicles. Offers not combined.
Did you know almost 75% of the time we're replacing a roof, something totally weird or unexpected or bizarre happens? Jennifer here again from Trustmark Roofing, and I want you to know that we are always prepared for the unexpected. That's why we always have project superintendent on site at your home at all times to handle those weird, bizarre things as they pop up. Things like an unexpected layer of wood shake shingles under your shingles or rotted out decking boards, problems with flashing or ridges or missing supplies that somebody needs to chase down. These are the kinds of problems that normally grind the crews from other roofing companies to a halt and delay the project. But not with our super awesome superintendent there. He's equipped to handle any problem and keep the project moving along smoothly. Just one more way we do things better at Trustmark Roofing. If you have any roofing needs, call us at 575-755-ROOF or find us online at trustmarkroofpros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
It's too bad the Eastern New Mexico State Fair doesn't have a category for weeds, because with all the rain we've had, they'd be giving out lots of blue ribbons. Hi, this is Ben Manat from Roswell Seed Company. We have powerful products to get rid of the hardiest weeds, and most important, we can tell you exactly how and when to use them to get the job done. Yeah, this year's weeds are certainly impressive, but at least they're green.
In a medical emergency, every second counts. Artesia General Hospital's emergency department is open 24/7, staffed with highly trained professionals ready to provide life-saving care when you need it most. Don't wait. When minutes matter, trust Artesia General Hospital. Quality emergency care close to home. Learn more at artesiageneral.com.
Who doesn't think the dentist is a big deal? I know what you're thinking. What will they find? How much will it hurt? What are my options? Hi, this is Dr. Sarah Usher, and I am here to tell you that here at Carabelli Dental, it is our job to put you at ease. With options like sedation dentistry, you can rest assured that regardless of what dental work you might need, you can get it done while resting comfortably. Call our office now and speak to our knowledgeable staff about setting up your new patient appointment.
Come see the team at Carabelli Dental or call 575-622-4455.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Elephants use these skin folds on their bodies to crush mosquitoes. Mike Winters uses his to hide M&Ms. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 9:29, and joining us in studio this morning from Lone Depot, Elliot Rodriguez back with us for his monthly visit. Good morning, Elliot.
Good morning, Roswell.
How's life at the office this morning?
Busy, getting things going, moving. You know, there's a lot of commotion going on.
Is there a lot of traffic now with buying and selling, or is it the traffic picking up, I should say, here at your office? Because, I mean, you see it every day. You kind of know when people are coming, if there's more or less people coming across the desks here looking for loans.
I mean, it's kind of weird without being, not being 100%, factual. Okay?
Yeah.
But it's like I never slow down. My team and I don't slow down.
Sure,
so
you always got a bunch of irons in the fire.
There's always stuff going on, all the time. But I have noticed, and I've been dealing with a lot of new builds and a lot of new people coming out with houses out there.
Sure.
So, and it's normal because when the market starts switching to the positive, to maybe the rates to start going, low. And I'm not saying that the rates dropped yet, but, folks out there, it's getting better, okay?
You're starting to see pieces moving into place that are setting the table to see the rates come down.
So in some levels, the rates are getting better because it's costing less, so in turn you could go lower on the interest rate at less cost. So in some sense, yes, the rates have gotten better, but the fact of the matter is to get even further, or should I say what is called PERT, it means that you get an interest rate and you don't pay no points or nothing like that. And for those people out there that doesn't know what that means, is discount points when you get the interest rate that you're getting. Sometimes you have to pay a little to try to get to that interest rate, or should I say buy points to go lower. In the end of the day, what we'd like to see is that, you don't have to pay no points and you're getting a better interest rate. So it's going that direction. So that's the part that's good.
Okay.
Because from last year to, from August last year to today, okay, it's a big switch, okay? So it feels like we went up and down, like we always talk about it.
Right.
And we went already up again as far as to the positive side of things, because it's costing less. So folks out there that are having the itch, if you're ready to buy, don't wait on the rates or nothing like that, because the fact of the matter is
life dictates whether you need a home more than
that is true,
than time and or the best rates or the best window to buy. What your life is going to dictate more. You need a house. You get married or you have kids or whatever happens. Those are the things in those moments.
That's really
I got to buy a house now.
Because at the end of the day, folks, if you're out there and you're thinking, oh, maybe I'm going to wait until the rates really truly drop.
Yeah.
You are missing the bus. Okay. And let me clarify and go a little more deep on that. It's very simple. If you wait for buying time on an interest rate that is lower, the problem that you have with that is very simple. The prices of home is going to continue increasing when it gets cheaper, okay? And that's a normal thing, all right? So when the rates are higher, the price of homes don't keep increasing. It kind of, plateau
a little bit, yeah.
In that way, people can buy homes. Now, what's happening in the market and the government and everything is going on, or the talk about the feds in maybe the chairman, stepping off, of the share and stuff like that.
Right.
Obviously that's going to have a big impact of whatever's going to happen, no matter what, in the market itself. Okay. Because it's, like all of us know when Trump was in office 4 years ago, everything he said, is for some crazy reason, it's like was kind of magic.
Sure.
So it was, going positive, and depending on what's happening, then it goes negative. And then the market, he's out of the office, and then the same thing went on, but it went to the negative because, as we all know, anybody that keeps track of politics, everybody that does something, the other person that comes start turning up whatever he did, and vice versa. It goes both ways.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
It's a game of chess going back and forth. So, but.
And we're not invited to that table.
And we are as consumers, they're not even looking at us. The way it feels, all the time.
We're not in the room.
But if you think about it, if you're in the market to buy a house and you're waiting for the market to get into the better interest rate that you're hoping to be, it's a mistake to wait, because then the house that you're going to buy later is going to cost more money probably. Okay, and then you lose. And a lot of people, but you just want me to buy a house and then then refinance so you got more business. Yeah, I mean, sounds that way, but it's truly not that way. It's just you're part of the game,
right?
Because I'd rather buy a house and have it. Because if you want, this is the other thing that a lot of people don't realize. If you wait for the rates to get better, what if it takes 3 months, 6 months, a year, maybe longer, and it just get a little better as we go? That's it. All right. When it really hit those numbers that everybody thinks, yeah, that's the one I want to buy now because I can maybe get a 5.5 or something like that. That's like, folks, everything's going to be more expensive. Okay.
Well, and depending, especially if it's your first time and everything, the home, regardless of when you do it, is an investment back in you, and it's the one investment that truly is that thing, and it's the way to get started in the game. So, okay. You're at a point in your life where you're like, okay, I've got a job, my income level is at the thing. Instead of, I'm affording $800 a month for rent or $1,000 for rent right now. Guess what? I can afford a mortgage payment that was probably a little less than that.
Exactly.
And guess what? Instead of me paying someone else's, not only mortgage but also their building up their equity, I can start building my own equity
already from the very beginning.
And so it's that smart thing. So regardless of, okay, but I got to wait for interest rates to drop back to 4% or whatever it is. Like, no, then you're gonna be waiting a while. Okay, now's your time. Get in there. All right, you're not gonna get be able to buy as much house maybe as you anticipated that first time, but you're in the game. And now once you have a seat at the table, then you've got chips, which means you hold on to this, you pay, you build up your equity. Guess what? Now you can move your pile to a bigger house, a bigger asset, a better asset. And guess what? It's a lot easier to do it once you're in the game versus you waited for that interest rate to drop to 4%. Now, oh, by the way, oh yeah, we're going to need this 10%. We're going to need, no, you got a house now. You don't need to, you got actual equity.
Oh, yeah, you're basically literally saying, you know what? Hey, give me a better term. That's it.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
And a lot of people, but I had to pay, closing costs of title again and if and that. From my side, I can give you some credits. Okay,
Yeah.
Obviously I cannot control title because that's there, and they also give you credit, folks. So wherever we close, go back to that same place.
So that's what Elliot's talking about when he says, if you need a house, you need a house.
Yeah, get a house now because if you think about it, if it's very simple. If you can afford a home now, when the rates get better, you can afford it even better.
Yep.
Okay. So look at it that way.
Yeah. It's always, you're investing back in yourself right now.
And a lot of people,
just
but
smart.
I had to pay closing costs again. It's like, you know what? I can help with that a little. So that's no problem. But in the end of the day, what everybody's maybe missing is that, hey, rates will be better as soon as they get better. And if it's going to be beneficial to you, then you refinance. See, everybody's getting letters from everywhere. And I love every time somebody sends me a letter saying, hey, it says administrating office, and it says your current loan lender is Loan Depot. I just love this. And I say, you understand that it's not from us, okay?
Right.
You in the game now,
Yeah.
okay? And
they're very, very good at that.
Oh, they're very good, and even when a person just do an application, I mean, and rules are changing, by the way. So this is the application game. That when I start doing an application for somebody and we ask them if you want to opt out when people stop bothering you, you could do this. Soon it's going to stop that. They cannot do that anymore.
Okay.
So I'm kind of glad that that's happening because it's very annoying.
Sure.
I think everybody should have the right to go and shop from their own lender. But when you're already working, like I don't even want to do it to anybody.
Well,
seriously, unless you come to me asking me, can I get a second opinion?
And let's face it, there's deceptive practices being used to
That is true.
fool people into thinking they're investing into a company that isn't the company that they think they are, and that's false advertising.
But let's put it like this.
Yeah.
And this is 100% a fact.
Yeah.
So let's say, and I hear this all the time because my customers ask me, like, what's this? It's like, I'm like, oh, that's not us. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
If it's not my assistant calling you or me, it's not us. It's funny. So and literally, it happens right there in front of me. I'm literally taking an application from an individual, right? And literally seconds after I pull their credit, they're getting a message from one of our competitors.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that is so crazy.
I will tell you this. I never got more offers for a loan until the day I signed mine. Next thing you know, everyone was dying to give me money.
A lot of people are like, is that illegal? It's like, well, it's just the way it is.
Yeah.
I mean, but soon it's not going to be like that anymore.
Good.
You know?
Because I don't mind, yes, healthy competition, but that's almost predatory is what that is.
It kind of is.
And that's
because you know why
not
they
right.
call you, oh, you pre-approved. How do you know I'm pre-approved?
Yeah, you don't know.
You don't know that.
Yeah.
You know, half of the times that somebody gets a phone call and I'm actually working with them, they're not even pre-approved yet.
Sure.
Okay? I'm literally just putting it together, and they're just finding out what maybe they can buy, and somebody's already reaching out to them telling them, you pre-approved. It's like, pre-approved with what?
and even for to a lesser extent, credit cards that do that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You don't realize that that's also, not only the predatory thing,
Insurance.
but they literally will sometimes give credit cards to people who have no business getting credit cards because they've already maxed out because they keep filling those things out, and they're destroying their own credit. And look, people are responsible for their own stupidity, but there are some people that are literally not taught finances and think they're doing a good thing and doing something dumb. And I'm sorry, to take advantage of people like that in that fashion is not right as a big business.
Oh, it's so distinct. I mean, it's so wrong in my opinion.
Yeah.
Okay. But it is the game,
Absolutely.
It is the way it's set up. Obviously, rules
I'm
are
all
going to
for
be
personal responsibility,
Yeah,
but
rules are changing, so it may not be as bad anymore like that.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you something. I have customers sometimes that I'm actually working and helping them repair their credit to be able to buy a house, and they're still getting a phone call saying you pre-approved. It's like, pre-approved of what?
Well, and as your credit gets better, more people want to dip into that. They want to get your money.
Yes.
That's the thing, and is to have good credit does take discipline, because it's not so much if you do it right. Really, you got to say no sometimes.
Well,
that's the biggest thing.
It happens on everything.
Yeah.
House insurance, when you buy a car, a credit card, you start getting tons of traffic in the mail. Like, you approved to this. Like, okay, I'm approved to what? I mean, that's just crazy. You remember when you get those VA pre-approval?
Oh, yeah.
You're pre-approved to this amount of money. It's like, how do you even know if I can even afford that
right?
much?
Right. According to them, I could literally buy Trump Palace and afford that on my VA loan.
Go and hang with Trump and his friends. They
I got my little Mar-a-Lago thanks to my VA loan.
Let me buy one of those. I mean, it's crazy, isn't
Right.
it? But it's very interesting the way the market works.
Sure.
Folks, don't be afraid of any of that crap.
Yeah.
If you're in the market to buy a home, okay, at Loan Depot, your lender of choice, home means everything. It means I'm gonna help you deliver a home into your hands.
Sure.
It's what I do. I don't have any other agenda.
And then part of it, like you said, sometimes for first-time buyers is literally being that financial Sherpa, how to balance the budget, how to make sure that the lines match at the end of the month here. And the balances and the expenses, incomes match.
And don't put yourself in a bad position.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest, folks, okay? If you haven't bought a home, for whatever reason, good credit, bad credit, you maybe don't think you can buy a house, you don't have enough money in the bank. I mean, there's a lot of reasons for people not buying a home, okay? Or you just nice and comfortable and you don't want to have a mortgage. I understand that 100%.
And
there's nothing wrong with that, okay?
Absolutely, yeah.
Because if my mama and daddy was here and I was staying with them and I'm taking care of everything, that's a different story. I like, sure. But folks, if you're in those different scenarios, but you really want to have your own home, or you need to have your own home. I mean, there's so many different,
I'm thinking, like,
don't be afraid of it, because if you do, again, the boss is going to leave you behind. Okay,
absolutely. Like if I would have do it over again, I would have instead of doing what most people do, meet the girl and live life and then buy the home.
Well, I just buy it before you even
as soon
get
as
married.
I'm in high school, college, whenever I've got any kind of income coming in, I'm trying to buy a house. I don't care if it's a dump. What that would be if I saw myself, that's what I tell myself.
So there's been this talk back and forth about this new generation, like, oh my God, what's going to happen to our country? I'm seeing a little shift. Okay, I'm seeing young men and women buying homes before they even get married.
Yeah.
Okay, which I believe is very smart. It's exactly what you're talking about. Okay, because if you can afford a home before you even marry,
right?
Okay, and then when you find your significant other that is going to be your forever, person in your life, I mean, that is a great thing because now you can join resources, and now you're in a better position.
Sure.
Instead of just already together and pushing the limits.
And I would make an argument too that location's the big thing in this. And what I mean by that is because if y'all are on social media and everything, you hear there is a constant thing saying, young people say, well, we can't go buy a house like you could when you were our age and all this stuff. And I'm like, yes, you can. Now, if you live in New York City or Washington, D.C. or someplace like that, you're going to have a difficult time getting by on that. But anywhere else in that
the country.
Isn't a major, and people are like, well, that's where the jobs are. Not necessarily. I'm just saying.
I see it every day.
There's a lot of millionaires floating around out here that, you know what I mean? It's just
the best way I can.
That's part of it.
You're right.
Pick a place that the housing is affordable, that you can get more bang for your buck.
The best way I can put it is like this.
Yeah.
If a person that works at McDonald's, Burger King, or any of those, small business, well, they're not small businesses, but like regular jobs that are not a big career jobs yet, per se. It means you haven't found your niche, you haven't finished school, whatever, but that's what you're doing now.
Right.
I help people buy houses even at those levels of income.
Sure.
Okay? Plus remember, income have changed as well. Homes are changing and the prices are changing and the rents are changing to the more expensive. When you start seeing rent is becoming more expensive, what do you think is going to happen when the market gets even better? It's going to continue going up.
It's supply and demand.
And then what happens to the houses? Yeah. Then the houses are more expensive as well. So it's an animal that you cannot control. It's coming.
Yep.
It's going to happen. And everybody keeps talking about the refi. The refi boom is coming. You know what? I get it. And I'm all about doing refinance and helping people. If it's going to benefit you, let's go talk about it.
Sure.
Unfortunately, if you're getting divorced or something like that, or if you need to send your kid to college and you have a bunch of equity, but you don't know where to get the money, and you maybe don't qualify for a regular loan. But I would think if you qualify for a mortgage, you probably qualify for a loan for your kid. But if you want something that the interest rate is a little less than some of those loans, just let us know. We'll help you.
Not all of us were lucky to get pre-COVID rates and things, and you got some of them, and if you got these
it's the way it is,
And so if they got one of these higher ones, you're like, hey, that's a full point lower than what mine paying now, then that's worth it.
And then the other thing is this, folks. If there's quinceañeras or all kinds of reasons why people need to touch their equity. And the fact of the matter is, there's millions and millions of dollars right now on equity on homes. So in other words, throughout the years, through COVID and everything that's been going on, people to certain level have done pretty well because there's a lot of equity on homes out there right now.
Yep.
If you go on Google it, all the information is out there. Why? Because all this information is public. Okay, people buy houses.
That's just why we tell you buy a house as soon as you can.
Yeah, because the longer you have it, the more equity you have.
Unless you bought a really, really, really bad house, they're always worth more than what you bought.
And to be honest, the only way you can do that is if you do a loan without dealing with a title company and a lender.
Because they would have caught all them red flags.
Because we'll catch up with that. We will not give you money for a house that is not worth what it's worth. Okay?
Yeah, like if you remember, now this is dating myself, but if you remember the old Money Pit movie, The Money Pit with Tom Hanks and Shelley Long, they buy the house. It's
I love that movie.
Yeah, there's no way that's going to happen unless you paid cash for that house or got it. You know what I mean? But if you've got a loan for that house, there's no way that would have happened.
Folks, watch that movie because it's funny.
Yeah.
But don't watch it if you're buying a house, probably.
Yeah, it might be.
It might scare the heck out of you.
Might create some stress.
But if you have insurance and you have home warranty, if you see in the end the house is beautiful in the end, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
It's a funny, very crazy, situation, but it's a very interesting.
Well, it's a comedy.
approach.
It's over the top. Yeah.
It's over the top, but the only way you could get the house back to normal because you got insurance and you got freaking warranties. Okay,
Yeah.
So by the way,
That's why you pay all those.
that's why you pay all the stuff for.
Yep, that's exactly why it's there. But
I love that movie.
Yeah.
Especially when the top goes through the ceiling.
yes,
Oh,
I haven't seen
God.
it. It's been a minute since I've seen that movie.
Now that you bring it up, I just watched it.
You have to go. I wonder if it's on like Freevee or one of these Tubi or one of these.
No, but you know what?
Free ones.
It's probably available out there. Anyway,
I would think, yeah.
because in the end of the day, that's a really funny movie.
It is a pretty good movie.
It's a very good movie.
It was-
No, but no. if
Early
you-
Tom Hanks is good stuff.
Yeah, and if you're in the market, don't be afraid of that stuff. Don't worry about what's happening. The things are getting better. Okay, so that's a positive. Okay, when's the last time you heard me? Things are getting better. Okay,
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
And
all right,
and,
so
and that's the thing about the house buying. You got to think of the big picture. And that's what it is. You're taking the steps for the big picture. Yes, right now maybe everything in life is not set up for this house, or you can't. But you're in the game. You're getting that first house. You're learning your mistakes as a homeowner.
Yes.
Guess what? If you're going to do a little own renovation stuff, I ain't going to lie. I want to screw up my first house, not the one that I paid a lot more money for. You know what I mean? Like,
and folks,
I want to learn my carpentry mistakes or my
Mm-hmm.
whatever home improvement mistakes on that house.
And guys, we talked about this before, and I know
Yeah.
there's a lot of folks out there still dealing from the flood stuff before.
Mhm.
And remember, it just rained not too long ago, and some people still got flooded again.
Absolutely,
You know,
yeah.
if you need help to do renovation on a home, okay, I'm still here. My team is here. Okay, it's 5 of us, folks. Okay, so we are ready to help you. 203K loans are loans to give you the money to repair your home. You have 2 choices: purchase a home at a 203K. You could fix the house that you want to buy.
Okay.
So that means if you're in the neighborhood and you see the house that you want is closer to your mother, to your brother, or whatever, and you want to be in the area, but the house don't look very good,
You could roll it
don't
over.
worry about it. Hey, let's fix it up. You can still buy it.
Okay.
If you have a home that is been, older and you need some help to fix it up, or you got flooded or something like that, and you haven't done anything, and the city hasn't condemned you.
Right.
Unfortunately, that's happening, folks. If that's the case, we could still also fix those for you. Okay. So there is still hope out there. Don't be afraid or any of that stuff.
All the FEMA stuff's exhausted
Mhm.
and everything else. And
Yeah,
gotta,
because some
you
people
got to pay for
some
whatever
people
you got
got
to pay
help.
for.
Some people didn't get help.
Or
Okay?
didn't get enough help. Like
they
maybe
didn't
they
get
paid
enough,
for
yes.
some of it, but didn't pay for all of it.
And that's true.
Yeah.
And remember, other people that came into town that came in and say, "Hey, I can take care of you," and then bye. They disappear.
Fly by night.
Yeah.
that's-
And that happened to some folks because I deal with some of them. And the fact of the matter is, folks, there are programs to help you. And
Absolutely.
just I know we have it could go back and forth saying, "Oh, our contractors are not best in the world." We do have a lot of good contractors in town, just the same.
Absolutely.
Okay.
The thing is and just cursory right off the bat is you need to see their license to operate in the city and all
Yeah,
that
here.
because that's bare bones. If they don't have that, that's a big red flag. Close the door on them. Have a nice day.
And folks,
if they can't meet you with that bare minimum, then close the
if
door.
they don't
right
have
away.
license and they don't have insurance or something like that, you may not want that individual. Now if it's the folks or friends, that you guys help each other, that's a different story.
Well, that's
okay?
between you and your
That's
friends and your
between you,
relationship, and you got to deal with the repercussions
But be
of that
careful,
if it doesn't go
the
right.
people that you choose, they need to be
Those
a little
people end up
sure.
on Judge Judy all the time. That's all I'm saying.
You know what is bad? There used to be a show for the contractors that did bad to people, remember?
Right? Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. I mean, and the things that they do
Yeah.
to people. And I love how the guy will bring him to the show and
Yeah.
call him out on,
Yeah.
on national TV. It's like,
But I know half the time it's usually like my brother's friend or something. It's always one of
Yeah.
those guys that did it, and yeah.
But no, I mean, folks, there's stuff happening. If you're looking for new homes, let me put a quote on something that I'm actually dealing with right now. Me and my team, we are involved in helping people buy the homes over there in Onyx.
Okay.
That is the new program with El Toro, project over there. Homes are coming up.
Okay.
They're going to be about 38 and another segment of 60 homes afterwards.
Okay.
Okay. So that's plenty of homes for everybody in town that is looking for brand new homes.
What's what's the square footage average on some of those?
I
and all
believe
that?
they're like between 1,500 to $1,800. I mean, 1,800
100 square feet.
Square feet.
So they're probably what, 2-3 bedroom.
And I should be getting some stuff that I'm going to post pretty soon to help them out to kind of put it out there.
Those are perfectly probably first family homes.
And
those
it's
types?
MFA approved.
Okay. Very good.
You know, and the builder and I went together and went to MFA, and we actually increased the income limits just the same.
Okay.
So we can do all the programs as well.
Perfect for those families.
And those are brand new homes.
Yeah.
Yes,
brand new
homes. Brand new.
You don't get many chances.
If everybody's like, "Where's my brand new home?" There's some over there.
I never bought a brand new home yet. My parents did. I've never bought one.
I built a house once. I mean, it's a fun project to do.
Yeah.
You know, I was probably one of those crazy buyers that I was there like every week.
Micromanaging everything.
They probably hated me, but I was actually nice. I tried to get away. I started to get
as long as you weren't making up facts, like are those
no,
those 4-bys or 2-bys? You know what I mean? Just making up words. Is that congruent with the
but folks, if you don't have the money to buy a home, that doesn't mean you cannot buy a house.
Correct.
I got programs. Okay, we have our own program with the feds. You know, it's called Access Zero. All right, and that is a big deal because I can give you up to 5% of the sales price of every home you buy for the down payment and some closing costs. If you do the right negotiation to the seller that is you're dealing with, you very little good chance, or should I say a big chance, because I do it all the time. You may not even have to bring that much money to the table because we are giving you the assistance.
Gotcha.
Then you still have the New Mexico MFA program with the New Mexico housing. That is a huge, program that I do all the time. And that program is actually involved with that project over there in El Toro.
Okay.
Because they actually, invested money into that project to make sure that people in Roswell actually get homes.
Okay.
Brand new homes. Okay. This is the big deal.
Sure.
Okay. But brand new homes, getting a builder that was like willing not to go too expensive. Okay. And I know everybody's thinking, what is too expensive means to you, Elliot? The fact of the matter is, everything that is being new out there, and they're very expensive. We're talking about $350 or higher or whatever. These homes are a little under $300,000, depending on which one you choose. And soon we're gonna have some open houses. They know that they're gonna be showing some of them. So agents that are there, you're looking for new houses for your buyers.
Absolutely.
There's going to be houses over there, brand new. Okay.
They're great.
And a little more affordable, if you may. Okay?
Yeah, absolutely. Looks like a good family home. Good,
And they
sounds like 2-3 bedroom homes.
Well, they're energy efficient houses too.
Which anytime that's the advantage is you're going to see your utility bills. I'm going to assume they're all electric. They're going to probably be.
They're electric, yes.
Yeah, I'm going to assume so I'm going to assume you probably see your electric bill be a little more cost efficient on that, and because they got better SEER readings on the air units.
I know.
Better window
so I went
ceilings
to their module that they have, and like, the bill last month it was like $25. Like, say what? Because a home that is empty, it costs more to keep it.
And they probably install them with better technology thermometers and thermostats, so you can set timers and everything on them. So you can turn it up when you're gone, and it goes down when you come home, and all that other stuff.
But I'm gonna be posting some stuff for that, and my team is gonna be doing just that the same.
Well, oh shoot, we gotta go. I just all the time.
Yes, sir.
But of course, if you're ready to have a conversation, talk about it, or like I said, if especially that first time, it's like if you think you don't, let's come and let's talk first.
Yeah,
you might be surprised what you think you can do.
Like I said, there's programs out there to help you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you've been paying rent and doing all, let's invest back in you and yourself and your family, and that's exactly what you're doing by home ownership. So let's start that.
And you don't have to be a brand new buyer either. So you don't have to be a first-time home buyer to be able to qualify for some of these programs.
Oh, yeah, there's like second-time home buyers are based on...
So you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
If you haven't planned enough, and you maybe don't even want to get rid of the house you have, and you maybe want to put yourself in a higher level.
Sure.
And you want to rent your house and maybe buy a new one.
Maybe you want to be that...
I got the programs for that just the same.
Investment properties.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
so you'll be surprised all the things that people can do. You just have to ask.
Or if you're going to, say, buy a new home for yourself and turn your old home into the investment property.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
And I did that a bunch of times throughout the years.
Absolutely. So. That's. I imagine that's how rental property people get into those. If for home rentals, that's probably how most of them started. Is they sold their old or kept their old home and turned around and rent it when they bought their next one, and then it started from there.
To make it easy.
Yeah, like I lived in this one for a year and then I sold it. Now it's no rental.
Well, the other thing is this: you could use. If you're going to buy a rental property, you could use the income that you're going to generate to be able to buy that house.
Absolutely.
To be, so it's like, it's not like, oh my God, I need to be rich and have a bunch of money.
If you do it right, it's your money making itself and working for itself.
Oh, yeah, there's so many things that my team and I are going to be putting out there in the next couple of weeks. It's powerful.
It's a great way to earn income, but you got to do it right.
You got to do it right.
It's the right properties, the right payments, the right questions. If you do it, then it's amazing. If you do those wrong, then it's a headache and a nightmare, and you end up being a landlord and not a investment person.
Call me, because it don't cost you a penny to call me and ask me.
Absolutely. Reach out.
You'll be very surprised.
Call him direct on his cell, 719-237-4680. Again, 719-237-4680. You can call the office here in Roswell. It's a 505 number, but it'll ring to the Roswell office here.
Correct.
505-445-2070. Again, 505-445-2070. Or come by the office, 204 West 2nd, right over here, Suite 5. And come meet the team. Come meet not only Elliot, but his protégés over there too, and his partners as well. He's got one or two people over there that are almost as seasoned as
no, they're getting going, and they're ready to go and help you out. Okay?
Absolutely, they're ready to and let's go. And there is a difference when you have people that are really willing to walk through the process with you and look at you as a human and a family, and not look at you as a goal at the end of the month, but as a customer for life. Then you see the difference there, and that's what
because that's what I look for.
Yeah,
I mean, a lot of people ask me, how do you do what you do? It's like one thing at a time, because it's impossible, because there's so many coming through.
And you can tell the difference between people trying to hit a number at the end of the month versus people that are trying to earn business.
I mean,
and everything.
if you don't have no goals, why are you even doing it? Let's be honest. Okay?
Exactly.
But no, we're here to take care of you. Okay. I deeply get it inside of me every single time I help somebody. I think it's a freaking awesome. Okay.
That's your rush. Your high.
It's my high. Yeah. Okay. Because I don't really care how big or small the loan is. It's about taking care of the customer.
It's the what it means to the person you help. That
I think it's awesome.
Yep.
When I take those pictures and they're smiling, this and that, I think it's the coolest thing ever.
Because it's the biggest moment in their life.
Yeah, it really
and you're
is.
a part of that, and you're pretty happy about that.
It's the coolest thing.
Well, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. We'll see you next time, and don't work too hard, and stay cool. It's still like mid-90s.
Yeah, it's still kind of warm.
Still kind of warm.
Yeah,
so it's not
and
fall
the weather
yet.
goes a little crazy once in a while. So
it's next week. It'll be 100. Next week after that, it'll be snowing. Watch. So, thank you, Elliot.
Thank you for having me.
All right, that's going to do it for us. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk